Okay, and we're back with, I believe, the 4th session of Rise of the Runelords. Alright, I am Kevin, and I am the DM.
I am John, and I play Drakna, which is a dragonborn ranger, and he's dying.
Maybe. We don't know. He
That
is
motherfucker-
cursed!
That motherfucker's cursed.
I'm Jamie. I played Nevel the human rogue, and when he fires an arrow, 70% of the time he hits.
The sign?
He misses 100%.
Well, that's
of the
going to
time.
the log. 70% of the sign.
70% of the time he misses 100% of the time.
My name is Juan, playing Olorin, a elf wizard. Likes to make up his own rules as he goes.
This is Brian Bloodbane. He's played by Austin. He's a paladin.
He's a paladin. He's a human. Okay. Alright, last time we left off, the session before, you previously, you cleared the glassworks, which was under some type of raid or some sort by goblins and Pseudo Kaijitsu, Amiko's brother. And you handily took out the goblins and killed them. And while you were at it, you also saved Amiko. And beneath the glassworks, you found an old tunnel that led down to a set of catacombs. Within those catacombs, you found many atrocities that you slayed. You found the strange statue of this woman carved in red marble. You found there was this strange portal that this tiny creature seemed to be concerned over. You found Drakna got his face sucked by some type of flying head, and he doesn't seem to be quite himself since.
Of course.
And what do you guys remember that I'm not? You guys recount the events to me.
Nevel slayed a 3-armed goblin that was one of the leaders that was missing from one of the tribes. There's also undead underneath like the floorboards in the one room where we killed the goblin.
I wonder if we should kill those off.
We found a altar made of black marble that had some unholy water, a pool of some sort of just
Pure water.
there was a pool of pure water, but also something that gave off just evil aura, I guess.
I remember-
wrathful more than evil.
I remember Olorin donned the boner robes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that one.
That was exciting.
We also find a couple tunnels, or not tunnels, but staircases that went up and down that were blocked either purposefully or it was collapsed upon.
Yep. Okay. So you guys managed to clear this area, and you do believe it's pretty much fully explored. What is your course of action from here?
I'm not sure what anybody else wants to do, but I know Brian would like to go back to the triangle portal type
I want to go
thing.
to the wrath pool too.
Okay. You guys can make your way there, no problem. Okay.
Is the evil flying demon witch
Still
still
around.
in the room?
Yeah,
That-
she's still laying dead on the
that
floor
long
where you
creature?
left her. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna sit and reread Pseudo's journal while Brian investigates.
Okay. I would like to grab the I don't know, is it a demon of some sort? That little girl. I would like to not put her in the pool, but put her close up to the triangle.
Who?
The thing we killed in here.
So you're gonna bring her up to the triangle?
Yes, but not
To the triangle
Yeah, just
pit?
around
Okay.
that area, like up on the staircase area.
Okay.
And can I do? Would it be like an Arcana check, religion check, like to try to investigate what the hell this pool is?
It'd definitely be. Well, due to the nature of you think this is a cathedral, it seems to be a cathedral, and all signs
Kind of
point.
like a religion.
All signs that you guys have found have collectively brought you to the point that you think this was a cathedral of Lamashtu. So a religion check or an arcana check, yeah, would probably work.
Okay. I will do so. I'll do a religion. 5, that's probably not gonna work.
Yeah, 5, you're not sure. This pool seems to, I mean, it just, the way it bubbles and churns, it just seems unnatural. It seems uneasy, unpleasant.
As Brian's pulling that thing, I'm reading to him. I'm like, in this journal, it says that they wanted to get the aid of a Quasit or a Maleshnikor. Do you think this is a Quasit or Maleshnikor herself?
And Brian kind of turns back.
Anyone
to the party.
that isn't sure what this is can make a nature check to try to figure out
So I'll
what
do
this was.
And Brian, as that's happening, turns back to Olorin and the party, and kind of remembers what he had taken place when the demon had slit her wrists and into the pool. Is that she seemed almost concerned that she was even trying to spawn more of those sin spawns, and maybe that the triangle wrath pool will is maybe unstable of some sort, and maybe we could replicate.
So last time when we were in the room, I did do a check on it, and it did just have a wrathful.
I have
For nature?
I've
Nature?
I've
Yeah,
17
nature.
for
Oh, I
nature.
got 13. Okay, never mind.
21. Did you make a nature check or
Oh,
no?
no, I
Are you not
forgot.
concerned about it? Okay. Yeah. Nevel, you are the only one that knows what this is, and this is without a doubt a Quasi. Whether you choose to make that known to the group.
Guys, don't you know anything? This is a Quasit. Come on. And then he's going to shuffle his cards some more.
And I kind of turned to him and so, what is a quasi?
You know, from
You know when you kind of explain to these guys that it's a magical fiend.
It is, because that's what it is.
Usually they end up being witches or other unpleasant little beasts.
they're pretty much like ex-girlfriends.
That's how he explains it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I agree that either this pool is giving off just wrath aura to feed the town. You know, I don't know if that's what caused the fires. I don't know if it's what caused the late unpleasantness.
I do think there's more going on with this pool
Yeah.
than what we have seen so far.
Yeah.
And I would like to have everybody be on the ready. I'd like to maybe simulate what the Quasi did with the pool.
Why?
So maybe because if she was scared to even do it, obviously the power is waning.
But it'll
Maybe
it'll still bring another sin spawn.
But what if I use my blood? It's not tainted with the demon.
That we know of.
That's why I said be ready. I'm not saying this is 100%.
I don't think you can extinguish this pool.
Do I?
With
She would seem scared. Why would she?
I think we should ask anyone that's been in this town longer than us if they know about these catacombs in this pool before we go around putting blood in it.
No one's
I
know
don't
no
think-
one's been here for centuries.
I don't think
There is
so.
no one that's going to know
Who's
anything
the
about
oldest
this.
person that's been in this town?
Well,
If this hasn't been touched in centuries, there's nobody. that's
Maybe-
gonna-
But I mean, there's
um,
stories. You gotta think of stories, legends, mysteries, bedtime stories.
I think we should talk to Father Santos.
Yeah. I would
He might be able
assume
to
that
direct us.
something
25.
had to have happened.
25 elves. Elves, right? Elves live forever.
Brian cuts a little nick on his hand, and
While everyone's arguing about this, he just does it.
yeah,
Okay.
he's interested.
Yeah, you slice your hand and
Not like too crazy.
just for a
but-
couple drops of blood,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and you drop a couple drops of blood, and the pool begins to churn violently.
Roll initiative.
And yeah, another sin spawn hand reaches up to the edge, and as it's pulling itself out, everyone can roll initiative.
Before you do that, can I,
Fucking
like,
blood-borne pathogens, man.
can I,
Oh my god, why? I couldn't have got that on the roll before, so I knew where the fucking hole was.
Mine's right on the edge.
Oh, you too.
I got a 20.
At 14.
John, I'll let you keep track of initiative. It's too much for me to do.
John just loved it.
Natural 20.
I gotta finally do something. I'm gonna die. I might as well.
There's no natties on initiative, right?
There is not, correct.
So
It
then
doesn't.
21.
It doesn't automatically put you to the top
So then 21.
because there's a lot of feats that help you boost initiative,
Okay.
and otherwise it makes them feel less important.
Okay.
I just clarified. I got 24.
Oh.
Oh, that's why.
I gotta beat Brian. We have over
12.
I like to be the first one to
15.
miss.
15.
Yeah.
What's the monster got?
The monster got. That was mine. Monster got a 15.
Who's faster?
Monster speed of 40.
He wins. Why does nobody ever listen to
What do you mean? I think
What?
none that's
My
wanted to jump
intelligence
in.
isn't very high, okay? He was interested, and that's what he did.
Okay. So
No one listened to
Hey, since
300-year-old
we-
wizard.
I can't roll for.
You gotta get to your point a
Can't
little
roll.
faster.
roll for hit points.
I only got 11. And I
No,
got-
you can only roll for hit dice on short rest.
Wouldn't that be considered a short rest?
We can say during this time you could have anyone could heal up
Short
if
rest.
they wanted to with their hit dice if they had any left. Okay, Nevel, are you up?
Yeah, he's
So
got it.
as this creature's arms crawl out of this bubbling pool and it hauls itself up on the edge, Brian, you absolutely notice this pool dim even more.
See, I think it's waning.
But we're not going to keep killing sin spawn. I don't think it's going to burn out, though.
Maybe Drakna should piss in it. He's always got to pee.
Yeah.
I feel like it would, though.
I don't.
If it starts getting dimmer and dimmer,
It could go dormant, possibly.
All right, let's take care of this battle first, then we'll worry about it. Okay, what does Nevel do?
I'm gonna move there.
Nevel moves back
Yeah, I fire an arrow,
down past the stairs and fires an arrow at the sin spawn.
and I miss horribly.
Okay,
What
Nevel
else is
misses.
new?
Okay, then who's next?
alright,
Brian.
Brian will take a swing with his glaive at the sin spawn.
They're fucking 2.
21 to hit.
21 hits, yes.
That is 15 damage.
15 damage. Wow.
Show off.
So it's about half to.
And he is what? How far away is he right now? Is he like directly in front of me?
Come on.
He's pretty much holding
How
your
far
hands.
away is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right next to you.
Okay.
He's in a square right next to you. Man, there's supposed to be a way I can just automatically subtract his health.
How were you doing it last time?
I was manually doing it.
No. Go Manuel. I'm gonna roll while you're waiting.
Yeah, go for it.
Does a 15 hit?
15 just hits.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And add minus 6 more to it.
Does 6 damage.
Yep.
All right.
Is that what they add?
No, that was a bow, because I'm right there.
Yep. Tone. Okay.
The monster.
Monster. Okay. Yeah, you're the first thing it sees, Brian. So it's actually going to swing around a little bit. Come over to
Really
the
quick.
side.
So we haven't taken a long rest, so I still don't have all my spells, right?
No, you don't.
And my
Short
question,
rest.
I don't remember what I had for hit points because I printed off a new sheet. I truly don't remember.
I'm down too.
What's that?
I don't remember what I had for.
Guys,
Just
to let
put
you know,
yourself at half.
Guys, just to let you know, I only have 1 hit point left. Fail, and I'm dead. So if I go down,
So why did
You should run away.
disengage?
Well,
I mean,
I'm
he's not right now. He's not in danger yet.
I'm not in danger. I'm gonna move, but I'm just saying for some reason something happens.
Okay, so the Sin Spawn swings his claws at you, Brian,
Yeah.
Yep.
and does a 17 hit your AC.
Yes.
Okay, he also takes a bite. He rakes you in his claws and takes a bite at you.
I'll move next time.
Does a 15 hit your AC?
No.
I always
Okay.
forget to move that correct. I got 20 health.
10 damage.
Oh,
Okay,
I rolled and I hit a 9, so.
So we never healed. Oh, we did.
Olorin,
Over.
Other.
you could have spent hit dice to heal over a short
Right,
rest that
right,
you had anyway.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I changed my. Should I go with my old spells since we didn't? I don't officially read my spell book yet.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'll do. So I have a. I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere.
Flaming Sphere?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it does yet. I just switched it.
Alright.
Oof. Hang on.
Oh, wait,
Maybe
yeah,
not. 'Cause I don't want to hit Brian. If it will hit Brian, I don't want to do it.
Shouldn't.
A 5-foot diameter spear of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of that sphere must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So I guess I can do it back here so it doesn't hit Brian.
Yep. So that's a weird thing.
What?
Oh, 5-foot diameter sphere. That's just literally one square.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
unoccupied.
just one square. Next.
Okay. So it's any creature that ends its turn there.
Ends its turn.
Okay.
So Brian can move. So you can put it right next to the stairs.
True. But then he'll fall. The Sin Spawn will
And then I'm just going to back
Oh.
up 10 feet.
Okay. Alright. Nevel.
16?
16 hits!
Yeah!
15's a thing.
17 damage.
17
It
damage?
should
Yeah.
be dead. It should be dead.
I hit it. It feels it.
It's not.
But yeah, you get it right in the neck, and it reels, but it's still up.
Oh.
And the fucker falls into the pot.
Well, I guess
Brian.
I'll swing my glaive again. Plus 7 is 21?
Yes.
Plus 5 is 9
I'll
damage.
say it should be dead now.
You kill it good. I just deleted Brian.
And I died.
You are winked out of existence.
Then I push him in.
Okay, yeah. You drop it, and it drops dead and bloody heap to the floor. That arrow really hampered it.
Yeah, you hear that, guys?
Okay,
Arrow really.
Well, the first
hurt
hit,
it.
too.
What are you shooting over there?
The first hit.
Blanks. Most of the time.
so what now?
I say don't do that again.
But I'm like, Olorin, look at the pool.
If we're going to do this, we should go rest. I was like, my first thing is to get Drakna some help. If you're not going to come with me, I'm going to take Drakna up to get some help.
No, I mean, I am concerned about the party.
What if I go up there and blast it with fire?
Try it.
Try it.
I bet you won't.
Okay, I went up there and I blasted it with fire.
Should I get
right
a
here?
gold piece?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready an action.
So you're using your fire breath.
Seeing I know he's doing this, I'll ready an action in case something comes out. I'm gonna swing my glaive.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you breathe. So you're using your daily power for your fire or
Yeah,
fire
because I
breath.
need a short rest.
Breath weapon. Yep. And so you breathe into it, and the pool maybe seems to bubble and boil a little bit, but nothing
Doesn't
happens.
weaken it.
Nope.
I wonder if we put some of that in here.
I'm gonna.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I put pure water.
Oh, and it didn't
But-
do anything.
I didn't bless it. I want holy water. I need to go get holy
Well,
water.
I do have 2 spell slots left.
Do you want to bless some?
I can bless some water.
Then I'll move.
Let me... Because all I have is 1 vial. I wonder if we should... Can you bless more than 1 object? Like if I have like 4 vials of
I mean,
holy water or pure
I don't
water?
know if it's necessarily to bless water. It's just bless is the spell.
With that holy water, DM?
What's that?
His bless spell with that holy water.
No, create holy water. Creates holy water.
Okay, so then I
So
don't
then-
have that.
Yeah, it's a specific spell.
Okay.
Okay, then yeah, I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need holy water to put in this pool.
Well, we can always go back up and talk to Father Xanthus if you want, but I do think we need to come back.
I do too. I think we should
I
get
think
some.
you say you drew what you have.
And I
I don't-
totally think that we could dissipate this pool by killing more spawn.
You're probably right. I think that we need to make the pool dormant before we dump water into it, because I don't think the water would do anything if it's still active.
I think if we agitate it enough, it will go away.
I think we just take the spawn and throw its ass in there and just make them dead.
I'm ready if you guys are.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go try to
My
find
hair's falling
something.
out and I
For
need to go.
No, I mean to get rid of it right now.
See, I kind of want to get rid of it, but I know John's kind of,
Yeah, I don't wanna-
or Drakna's kind of
I'm
beat up.
hurting, guys. I'm
Yeah,
one
you're-
throw away
yeah,
of being
we gotta
making
get
new
Drakna some
character.
help.
I know.
I mean, you can always have Drakna just stay at the edge and just run away.
Yeah, I can do that too. I can.
You guys can
fire
always
arrows.
bail
I can always.
if shit's
fire-
gonna happen. You can easily outrun its speed.
I mean, I got 20 health, but I'm just
So
saying.
just
if I
come
go
back
down-
in here
We
for.
could always dash away if we.
So we could create a bunch of sin spawns, make it inactive, and then come back and.
You don't know. I mean,
But I
Wow.
think we
all
could-
you know is that it's been getting dimmer and dimmer.
I think we could. I wonder if I put the lady in there, if it would completely terminate it.
I'll help you. Let's try it. Drakna,
Move
All
back.
Drakna,
go back. Go back in the other. Just go back in the other.
Everybody
row.
ready action in case something. Well, something's going to come out of here.
Yeah, because
so.
I don't have any spell slots left.
Move closer to me where the cowards are.
Yeah. I'm moved by the.
You guys
double
have
doors.
bows. You guys.
All right, so they're back
Where's
here,
my? I can be. I can be up to.
and then we'll throw in the.
I can be up to
quasi.
150 feet and still be regular.
But let's throw her in, and then.
Oh, I'll move 150
And then
feet.
get back. Okay.
Okay. 'Cause I only have 10 health.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I
I
have
have.
no healing.
Yeah.
So.
It's 150.
I'm
and then
fine. I
600.
just
I
don't
do
have.
have.
I mean, you guys
I
can
don't-
take a short rest before
I don't have
this
any.
if you want.
I don't have any.
I don't think I have any dice.
I don't have any
left.
spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will. I do have
I do
2
have
spell
more hit
slots
dice.
left. So I would like to use one right now,
I would need 4 hours.
and I'm gonna use bless. And bless does. One second. I'm gonna read it real quick.
I got one hit dice.
Bless is you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
How long is that spell?
1 minute concentration. So I am going to put that on myself, Nevel,
What's your range?
and John, or Drakna. And then I will, me and Olorin will put the.
Holy shit!
Just dropped my phone.
Drop the mic.
Everywhere, all my dice.
That's a cool spike on the thing.
Yep.
That's gonna hurt my ears later.
Yes, it will. And I gotta rearrange on my dice.
Drakna, what do you have? 1 hit point?
No. You got 1 hit dice left. I got 20 points.
Jesus Christ,
But
you
I
got a
don't
ton
have-
of health left. I
Yeah.
had
Hold
nothing.
on.
I thought you said 1.
But I only have 1 roll for.
You'll be alright.
Well,
that's
that's
If I
fine.
fall
I,
down, you
I
got-
got 2 hit. I mean, yeah, don't think about your
No,
your
no.
hit dice. For a short after a short rest.
Hit
No.
dice.
I'm at my saving throw. If I fall down
But anyways,
and die,
so I used bless, and then
I got
I'm
one of those
going
left.
to. Me and Olorin are going to put the lady in.
I'm literally gonna throw her in, not even wait. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna start
we'll
running
both
back.
I'm back by
dash
the door.
backwards, if that's possible.
So
To
you
kinda
throw
just
her
throw
in.
her and run back a little bit. Yeah.
We're gonna throw the
I
quasi
moved.
in.
I'm back at the double doors. So.
Okay, so you guys throw it in.
Throw it in
so
and
you're
kinda-
back at the double doors.
Yeah, because I can
Yeah,
both
him
go
and
to 150
yeah,
feet.
these 2 are both already out.
I'm 150 feet.
Okay,
Boats.
and where do you guys run? Down the stairs, even farther?
That's far way back.
As
Get
far
back
as
to
we
the-
can get before something comes out of there.
Back
And
to the wall.
it-
You
and
can
it
get back to the wall. You can use your full movement and do
And
that.
if I see stuff, I'm just gonna open the doors and walk out.
Well, the door should be open.
Yeah, the doors are open.
Okay.
And then absolutely, yeah, you see one arm crawl out, and another one slowly slop its way out of this oozing mess. And it crawls out and looks over the balcony at you guys, and it kind of.
And do we get our ready actions now?
Yep, and then it almost seems to be beckoning another one. and another one comes out of the pool and roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, that's rough.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I have 4, John.
Oh man, just wait. They got 5.
Can we run away from initiative?
What do you
Do
mean?
we have to fight?
Yeah, now we do.
We don't
we
necessarily
don't have to
have to,
fight.
but I think we could take 2 of them.
Oh, monsters, you said you got 5.
I'm
I
going
got
last.
12.
So I only have 1 spell, so
11. We're going last.
Oh, I had 5.
No.
I had 7. Man, we rolled. Oh no, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's fine. Like an 11. We're still pretty good.
Yeah, we are.
Just everybody's low on the low end.
Neville, you did worse than 5?
Well, your speed is more.
Oh damn.
We tied.
Wow.
So
Alright.
you got,
Drakna.
you got 40, right?
Yes.
I got a 13. It's not hit.
Nope, whizzes past him.
It's the second one.
Olorin.
We're gonna die now.
You're gonna die today.
I wasn't ready to bring up these old.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember what the hell I had.
Those are great.
Wow, that's a big guy. He's nasty looking.
Of course, it's within 10 feet.
Well, move and then move back.
I gotta be within 10 feet. Look how
Oh,
Do you
far
have
away I am.
any cantrips that do damage?
Just that one that I had.
You can move up.
Oh, wait a minute. I have a
Cast
+4 on
it,
attack
bring it
roll.
all the way back.
Kevin, I hit.
15. I
Huh?
gotta be within 10
I
feet.
hit.
Oh,
I
you
got-
can get mostly
so-
back.
I got a +4.
You get there.
Oh,
his.
from Austin?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you hit. What
Yeah,
roll your
that'd be
damage?
17. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you
that's
get that D4.
Then that would be a 4.
Hey, it's something, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It's just like, oh shit, we're blessed.
Yeah, you guys remember that you
Whoa.
have plus
Oh, yes!
Nice try.
That's D4.
1d4 extra to
It
your
went 4,
attack roll.
didn't it?
Alright, I'm gonna go up 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to be within 10 feet of this guy.
Move back 10 feet.
And then move back 10 feet now.
That was really bright.
So you move to here.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
and then he's
Thank you. It's a con saving throw for you.
Where are you doing on the front one?
Yeah.
I'm assuming 5 doesn't save.
10 damage. Poison damage.
10 poison damage?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see.
Make sure you
Any
get
resistances? Nope. Lucky.
+4. I forgot.
And then go back
I don't think it'll matter.
Oh, really?
10.
I didn't roll yet, but I saw
Oh.
it, so.
Help
Okay.
me out.
Who's next?
You.
Yep.
Okay, he's kind of pissed and he slops over the edge. Lands. Oh, sure. We'll say he even takes damage. This takes a little bit of damage and absolutely runs up to you. And then this one is going to be a little more cautious, but also run up to you. Alright.
Shit.
One's a natural 1. They have advantage. And then one is a... $19 to hit.
Yeah.
Does a 12 hit?
Does not.
Okay. And then 18.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yep.
And a 16.
Yep.
Oh god.
Okay.
Yeah,
Low numbers.
Okay, so that's 13 damage.
Okay.
And then make a wisdom saving throw.
Do I add anything to it?
Yeah.
Are you still invisible, I wonder? Has it been an hour?
It's been an hour?
Yeah, it's been an hour.
I tried.
Dude, it's been like a couple weeks.
That's funny.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
21 wisdom.
21 wisdom. Okay, you saved that, but you take another 7 damage.
7 plus 13.
Yes.
20.
So yeah, I'm dead.
You're dead?
Yep.
Okay. So Olorin is down. Alright.
Nevel.
Nevel.
I hit the one that was already hit for 16.
Damage?
No, to hit.
No, that hits, yes.
Okay, 12 damage.
Alright, that's still good. Okay. You're pretty beat up. Brian.
Sorry. Here, actually, you know what?
Thank you.
So it's my turn?
Yep.
Okay, I'll go and run up to the guy, but I'm going to be my full glaive's distance away
Okay.
to the one that's hurt.
You get advantage.
Yeah, you can reach him.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
And then I'm going to...
You got advantage.
Well, I also get my d4 on my attack roll. That's why I'm doing that.
And you have advantage.
Okay. And then I'm going to attack the one that's hurt.
Okay.
Roll your advantage.
That is...
Roll your
That
advantage.
hits. That hits.
Okay.
Well,
But yeah, you can try for a crit if you want.
Yeah. Alright, and then so that is 1d10 plus 10 plus 5. I get to reroll that. Yes. So that's 9 plus 10 is 19 plus 5 is 25.
You obliterate it.
Should have hit the other one.
And now I get to
Swing and cleave its head across. Okay, yep.
I'm going to do the same thing.
And you got advantage.
I love when he takes things down.
Yep, hits.
Roll it for advantage.
Crit. Okay, still, but alright, same thing. Still use the weapon master. 6 plus 10 plus 5, so 21.
Jesus.
God.
Both of you guys are. You hit too.
I did.
I know.
I hit twice already.
You guys both do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
One of them was because he blessed me.
Drakna.
Brian, you want to back up at all? Or are you fine?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna back up. That's true. I got a little bit of
You
movement.
were here.
Yeah, I have
5,
30.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it's something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on the other side of the pool.
Here.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll shoot.
Alright.
And that's not gonna do it.
Alright.
You have blessed too.
I know, but I got a 3.
Oh, never
Not gonna quite help this time. Oh shit. Okay. Luckily it didn't matter because you shouldn't have had advantage. Olorin's dead. He's down. He doesn't grant you advantage.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, you still hit,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's not a
Yeah,
big
I
deal.
did hit both times first, so.
But just we need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. All right. Olorin. Death
Not-
saving throw.
Not seeing the person laying down.
Natural 20.
Oh
Nice.
my lord.
Holy shit, you're up.
And if you're, you're not.
You're up with 1 hit point.
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay, and then back up. So
I'm
disengage
just-
and then full movement away. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Neville's just gonna kind of tap Brian.
Do you wanna
and
start
go,
going
"That's
out
one
the-
lucky day."
He's got the fucking building.
All right. All right.
Neville's
Now
gonna
it's
tap Brian and just go, "That's one lucky son of a bitch right there, man."
Jesus Christ.
he's gonna come
it's
up
his
and
turn.
attack
Yeah, I assume he's attacking.
Brian.
Bruh.
Okay, his claw. He sweeps his claws and they miss, and then he comes in for a weird, gross bite, and 17 to hit.
Yeah, he got me.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm good in those. I think.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, you get +4.
Oh, I do. Oh, it doesn't matter, huh?
Isn't it just 4, or do you got to roll for the +4?
So that's I got 10.
10.
Was it total 4, or is it?
What's D4? I assume you roll it.
But
Your
I'm saying-
D4? Yeah, you roll
Yeah.
your D4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's not enough. So you take 4 damage, and then you are poisoned.
Sure, you're not cursed.
Poisoned.
No.
Poison. A poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. Whose turn is next?
Nevel.
Okay.
And he misses. Not his giggle.
Well, I can't see the thing now that he moved it.
Is Arya still over there? Ashley's asking about her. She's all worried now.
Why?
Because she threw a well.
I wouldn't even told her.
Is she over there?
She's fine.
No.
It was
Yeah,
just the hot dog. Was
she's
hot.
right here.
Okay, thanks.
The hot dog.
Just give my feet one.
Well, she was eating grass too before,
Upset
and she was
belly.
running around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nevel.
What's Nevel?
Neville.
I'm gonna move there,
Okay.
please.
See, I still should give her one mice.
I missed.
I should give her one mice. Oh, you missed?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you miss and then run?
I ran,
Then
took a deep breath, set up, and fucking it
shot
went,
the ceiling.
Yeah,
Alright.
it
Okay.
went way out of the way.
All right, Drakna. No, Brian.
No, it's me.
Brian.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Well, I guess I'm going to not use Great Weapon Master and attack it with disadvantage. So that's 14. That still doesn't hit.
14 doesn't hit.
Okay,
Nope.
so
So you
that
miss.
doesn't hit.
All right.
And I'm going to. I'm going to go down regardless if I take an opportunity attack. So I'm going to run back to Drakna and Nevel.
Oh,
Okay, you're
yeah,
taking
sure.
an opportunity attack then.
Yep.
15.
Nope.
Okay, it catches your cloak as you're running away, and you get a
I want to actually go behind them,
scratches. in your
if
cloak.
it's possible.
Yeah,
There
it
you
is.
go.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15. Easy. Yep. Okay.
Okay, I want to move my 30 feet up the stairs as far as I can get.
You have like
'Kay.
15 times more health than I do.
Okay.
He also has no death save, or one death save left.
I have healing though. I can pick him up.
Yeah, a 10 is not going to do it. Plus, wait, nope. Almost not.
You got your D4.
D4?
That's still
If I
won't
got
do it.
10 and a 4
Oh.
is only 14.
Okay. Olorin,
Oh, wait a minute.
you continue running.
No.
You have a cantrip that does damage, don't you?
I have to be
It's
within 10
close.
feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
You can still do if you're 10 feet, then leave.
Okay, what do you do?
I don't know. I'm just gonna try to take the. I don't know enough about Sin Spawn to see what they would be familiar to.
Maybe something holy.
Yeah. I'll just do a small
Cow.
thing of Desna, like a butterfly or something,
Okay.
just so maybe it'll distract it and
Okay.
turn its back to the party.
Okay.
I guess I don't know.
All right.
No
Just
holy
give it a
cow?
try. No holy cow.
All right.
I get it.
Now it's its turn. And you create this illusion that stays over here.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm about block right there. Just put it next to it.
Okay, it takes one swing at it, and it realizes that it hits it, and it realizes that it's nothing, and walks away with that. But it's used one of its attacks, and then it comes up to Nevel and does one of its other attacks.
These things are nasty.
18 to hit.
I'm surprised they don't
Black
grab
boy.
you.
Right.
About a 14. Nope.
All right, there you go. So it starts to swing across, or it
Nevel's
starts to
turn.
bite you, and it clamps down right on your pauldron, and it thinks it gets a good bite, but it holds fast in your armor.
Okay.
Your
you
armor
gotta-
does its job.
You got your longsword.
Don't need it. I'm going to. I'm going to disengage to here
Okay.
as a bonus.
Oh yeah, you can disengage as a
Yeah.
bonus.
I'm going to move to here,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and shoot it.
You get plus
Oh,
1 too.
I got 23. I didn't need it.
Okay.
All right, you hit for sure.
I got 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. It's starting to look pretty beat up. It's got multiple bleeding wounds.
Finish it off, Brian, like you always do, my guy, when I actually hit.
Brian.
I can reach it from here, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, then I am going to attack it with disadvantage. Okay, still get disadvantage.
And Drakna, while you're up by this bubbling cauldron of a pit, You notice it start to really wink out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and a claw pops up and drags your ass in.
15 hits, right?
15 hits,
That's what I want.
but you have disadvantage and it misses.
Yep, and I'm going
At
to-
the end of your turn, you can try to you can do your saving throw again.
Oh,
So-
so I should have done it last time.
No, because that was the first turn you got poisoned.
Okay, but now I can.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Okay. Yep. You
17.
save, so you're no longer poisoned.
And I'm gonna run back to where Drakna is.
Is that
Okay.
the first time Brian's retreated?
I
think
got
so.
like 2 health.
All right.
No, I'm just saying. I
Drakna.
think that is.
Well, I'm trying to get saved by Drakna and he keeps running away.
13 plus 5 is 18.
Oh yes, that
You
hits.
hit this thing finally?
Then I
I
got,
say, Drakna, do something!
I got 4,
Yeah, you're like Nevel out there.
7, and 10. So 10 altogether.
10 is just enough to kill it. So
Hey, loot the
drop
body!
it, and it falls over into the pool, and you see the blood dissipate all along the pool.
I look in the pool, like the dimming pool.
You said it, you see it dimming.
Yeah, but
So as the creature's last breath exits, it completely. Poof,
is it like gone?
there is just an empty black pit now.
How deep is it?
You can't see the bottom of it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hello! I am stupid!
Appears to be.
You're stupid!
Can I find like a rock?
Actually,
You're stupid.
You have skulls right here.
Oh yeah, can I go grab a skull?
yeah, absolutely.
And I want to like drop it down and see if I can like hear it like hit the ground.
I'm still falling!
You're still falling.
Have you watched Moana yet with kids?
Oh,
No.
yes. Yes. Yep.
Okay, you drop it.
Yeah, I just want to see if it.
So
like,
this looks like an infinite abyss of a pit, and you drop the skull, and it hangs at it drops like 3 feet.
What?
It looks black as night, but it's only 3 feet deep.
You know what? That's the same color as the other room was. The one that was like floating, like the items were floating. I wonder if now that this is gone, I wonder what the other.
It might look that way in the picture, but looking, it's much different.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then never mind.
Yeah.
Describe second.
Don't go in the pool.
Gotta jump now.
Let's throw Drakna in. It'll probably
Can I
cure
tie
him.
a rope to Drakna? And... No.
I don't care. I'm dying anyway.
Okay. Actually, it's been a while since that's happened. Drakna.
Oh, shit.
And
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You lose a leg.
It grows back, right?
So all of a sudden, while you're doing that,
You lizard.
an owl comes flying in and lands
So,
on Neville's shoulder.
Dragna, you've lost another
I'm
point
done, I'm walking.
of intelligence and of charisma.
Hit him.
And you notice that
I got two
you
penises.
you have you
You
have
have
like
none.
you have this hair on your head, right? Like like lizard spine kind of things, just fine little hairs, and you notice it's starting to fall out. And you guys notice, but Drakna doesn't really notice his fins. They're starting to like become longer and more pointed.
Like a donkey?
No, you're turning
No.
into, you're turning into one of these things, dude.
Oh shit. Can we kind of
Remember the other thing.
All right, now that the pool is like dissipated,
Yep.
Brian doesn't necessarily say anything to Drakna about his appearance, but just kind of grabs him by the shoulder and just starts
Okay, love you.
just starts booking it out of this place.
Okay. So you start running out.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Does everyone follow?
I'm already like halfway gone.
Okay.
He's
So
like, here, you got that illusion, I'm gone.
all right, we're fucking out of this room. We're going back to.
I want to go see
back
if
to
I
surface,
want
right?
to help him somehow,
Okay.
like Father Xanathus maybe.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys book it out of here. You come back out the same way you were, and you go through the tunnel, through the catacombs that you've already cleared, through the glassworks. It's still a mess from the goblins that were there, and you make it out, and it's
Evening?
yeah, maybe early evening. The sun is just now setting, and
I burned up.
no, Drakna, as you feel the sun on your skin, it feels soothing. It feels like
You need a tanner.
you feel okay.
Yes?
And
Like when Superman.
as you guys are running to, are we gonna go to Father Xantus?
Yeah.
As you guys run to Father Xantus, you feel the sun has set. It takes you that, it is right on the peak. The sun goes over the horizon, and you no longer feel the warmth of the sun. And you start to feel more nauseous again. You start to just have a bad feeling again.
Holy shit.
Windows update.
Yeah, I don't want to restart now.
Postpone.
Somebody had an idea.
Okay, so you're on your way to Father Xantus, and that's a good time to take a break. 'Cause I gotta
Yeah, I got
Yeah, I got to eat.
I need a drink.
Okay,
That's so far away.
so we're running to Father Xantus first.
I think so. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's me. So yeah.
Drakna trusts Father Xantus. Okay, so you guys go to the
He picked
cathedral,
up, he helped him like with just by touching him.
and the doors of the cathedral are always open, and you rush in. You don't see anyone. So have you guys been into the cathedral before?
I don't think
No.
I've ever been in there. No.
Okay, so the cathedral opens up to this big. So inside, it's kind of like think Colosseum, obviously on a much smaller scale, but so it's open air. In the center, there's these overhangs, and in the center, there's this immaculate flower garden, flower and herbs, and just peaceful tranquility, butterflies and everything all over, and on each, all around, there are these little coves that are covered, that have altars that represent the 6 deities that are most popular in Sandpoint. And Father Xantus is in the middle. He's tending the garden.
So
And he says, "Oh, young heroes, what brings you here?"
I kind of got Dracna's arm over my shoulder, and I'm just like, Father Xantus, we need help.
He says, "Oh my, what's wrong? What's wrong?"
Drakna, he's not feeling well.
So he
He's
comes
got the
up.
drawings of it.
He takes a look at Drakna and he says, "Oh my, you do look different. What happened? What?"
A suck face with some freaking creature.
I say we were down in the catacombs and came
Catacombs.
across underneath the glassworks. There's tunnels, and we just thought they were smuggler tunnels, but it turns out there's a lot more going on down underneath
And we
that
found
glassworks.
whatever.
Quasi.
Quasi.
I'm not sure what that is.
It looked like this.
Let me tell you,
And
I
then
know all about them. Apparently,
I showed him a picture of what.
they're like witches.
You can at least identify them. Yeah.
So this is what we found in the catacombs, and I show him my journal.
Okay.
And I show him that this creature here was attached to Drakna's face, and it seems that he could be poisoned or diseased or
Curse of
Curse.
some sort.
He looks through his sketches and you show him the one in particular. He says, this creature doesn't look of this world. It looks like an abomination. My guess is that this is a curse, Drakna. I can attempt to heal your curse, but I'm not sure this will work. He says, it will take time. Are you willing to...
Yeah.
Okay, very well. You
Now I want to die.
forgive me. I'm a bit rattled by all this. I was unaware of these catacombs you speak of and all these hideous abominations that you've shown me. He says, come to my chambers. The ritual will take some time. He says, you others can stay here. This will take time.
Brian won't leave him.
Brian
say-
won't leave him.
I say, Father Xantus, I'm barely standing. I mean, I'm probably down on one knee at this point too. I mean, I'm
Okay,
I'm
he
hurt
says,
pretty bad.
the rest of you have seen better days, it looks also. Go, please use the guest chamber. And he calls over one of the sisters, like they're nuns. And he says, Sister Mara, please escort these gentlemen to their chamber,
And
to
despite
the guest
Brian
chambers.
being pretty hurt, he's
He
not
still
going to
goes
leave
with Drakna?
Drakna until
Okay,
some resolutions happen.
Brian, are you sure? You could use your rest. I can handle this.
And he's pretty adamant he's not leaving.
At least
Very
let
well.
me hold on to your possessions, guys.
Very well.
I
It's only fair. He saved my life.
So
I'm gonna do
he
whatever
whisks
I
you
can.
guys into his chambers, and he begins this long ritual speech that you've never heard before, and it takes him. I mean, there's intense movements involved with this, and lots of contortion of. He basically puts you to sleep, Drakna. You're asleep for all of this, and you see him doing things that you think he's about to break his chest, or the way he's contorting him, he's going to break a bone in his arm or his legs, and muttering all these strange words, and sweat's just pouring off him. This is a physical thing that he's doing, and about an hour later, he's finally completed, and you can see Drakna's passed out from this, but you can see his face is already starting to go back to normal.
Okay.
So he says, "All right, Brian, I've done all I can." He says, I think he'll be okay." He says, "This did seem to be a curse."
You think you've broken it?
He says, I can't be sure until he's back to himself 100%, but it does appear that way. It feels that way to me." He says, "He's gonna need a good rest." He says, "I suggest you get one as well."
And Brian kind of thanks Father Xanthus for what he has done, and obviously I've seen him go through some strenuous effort just for.
Please, it was nothing. It's the least I could do to help you after what you've done for my fine town.
Brian will kind of accept that, but he does kind of go over to Drakna one last time and kind of gives him like a little. It's like no, not at all. Just kind of like, not praise over him a little bit, just kind of like
Okay.
trying to make sure he's all right
Okay. All right.
before he goes down to settle.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and we'll say that's where you guys rest. And you get your full 8 hours rest, and you guys can all kind of wake up at your own pace.
Well, after 4 hours for me.
Okay, so you kind of wake up, and it's the dead of the night basically when you wake up. Then, and the garden's really peaceful. There's all these there's all these moths that radiate this iridescent light. They almost seem to glow in the moonlight, and fireflies and everything. And this is a super peaceful place.
Is there anyone that is also restless, maybe, wandering around?
You are completely alone.
I'm just going to look at all the different statues in the cathedral
Okay.
and see what I see.
Okay, are you...
I'm going to do a religion check to see if I can name all the deities that I see.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20? Yeah, you recognize all these. There's Abadar, Desna. You gonna write them down?
Yeah.
Abadar for Abadar. Desna, Erastil, Erastil. Gazra, Gozreh. Sarenrae, Sarenrae. And Shaylin.
No Tobin.
Shelyn.
No Tobin.
Tobin wasn't a
He was like
deity.
Father Xanthos.
Deity is like a deity is a god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or Torag. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
So are there the figurines of they're figurines?
They're
I guess
statues.
statues.
I mean, they're probably twice, 200% scale. Twice as big as like a human.
Like
would
a
be.
So I'm going to go up to Desna.
Oh.
Does
Room.
Desna, it's a woman, I'm assuming.
Desna is, yes.
Does it look like this picture in Pseudo's journal at all?
No, it does
Okay.
not.
Well, that would be Alia.
I'm just. Molly is not normal. She might be a deity. I don't know what she is.
I wonder if we should show Father Santos this if he knows what's going on.
Yeah, I will.
Well, I'm sleeping, so.
So I don't see any other symbols or anything? that
No,
I
no.
recognize?
Nope. Those 6, and that's every 6 represented here.
And as I was falling asleep, I'm like, buy me some armor.
Well, I think the soldieristic instinct of Brian would wake him up basically after his 8 hours.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. And
But
Drakna, you kind of wake up around then as well. Your body is sore.
oh yeah.
You're sore from whatever Father Xanthus did to you.
And almost dying.
Yeah, and you almost died anyways. You know, you patched up pretty good, but you feel your ears and you feel your face and everything. It seems to be, yep, everything seems to be in place.
It's bigger.
So I'm just gonna be pacing out by Father Xanthus' door, just waiting for him to wake up so I can talk to him.
Okay.
I just want to be in there and talk to him alone for a while.
Okay, you hear rustling inside. Your Father Xanthus or Drakna?
Father Xanthus.
Because Father Xanthus basically slept on the floor next to Drakna.
Okay.
And you hear Drakna start to rustle. You know, and Father Xanthus kind of wakes up at that too. And he says, my dear boy, how are you feeling?
Sore.
That will happen. He says, you seem to be better. So I don't detect an air of sickness around you anymore.
Christmas.
Would Brian be kind of around at that point?
Yeah, that's fair. Yep.
I kind of do want to check on Brian.
Okay, yeah. So you see Olorin kind of waiting outside the doors. You guys just go in, or?
Well, I mean, if I see Olorin, I'd probably kind of stop and say, "Hey, good morning."
Good morrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What does tomorrow got to do to today?
I was like, there was a close call last night.
It really was.
I was like, there was way too many down allies.
We need to be better as a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish my cousin Flint was here.
Hey, have you spoken with Drakna? Is he well?
I have not yet. I just heard them starting to stir around in there.
Should we give them a minute?
We could. We could knock. See if they're
Jesus
in.
Christ.
Let him get dressed.
He's not an altar boy.
Boy, my house is sore.
That was low.
How are you feeling? You were pretty beat up as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Better.
Kevin's right now, shit.
I rested. I read. I prayed. I do feel better. I prayed that that the future lays better for us than what last night did. I was like, I read my spell book and hope to better assist us in future battles if they do arise.
But did you die?
Yeah. Only a couple times.
Maybe a couple times.
I know. Do you recognize that you die in like gameplay?
That was just like a mind blowing moment right there. Just,
I'm sorry, what was that one?
Do you
Me and Jamie just had a moment under the table.
Did you really? You
Yeah.
thought you were petting a dog or something?
No,
I thought it was a dog for a second there.
until I got after my crotch area.
That doesn't
Give
feel
me
like
a
a wet
long
nose. That doesn't feel like a wet
You know
nose.
what they say about people with big feet?
They got big socks.
Well, my socks are on the rail right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
It's probably what's
Anyways, I'm sorry, Olorin. What were you saying?
Do you recognize when you die in gameplay?
What? You're not dying. You're falling
You're just down.
unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what that represents. And if you get 3 death saves,
Then you're dead.
you're dead. Yes.
You just unconscious. Okay.
Okay.
I was knocked prone.
Yeah, we were down quite a bit then.
Yes.
Something
Something I don't want to experience anymore.
No.
Yep.
So I definitely have some questions for Father Xanthus. I want to see if he's up to talking things over, if he knows anything, and just let him know on what we believe is going on here. There's definitely some evil, and we're going to need his cleric skills to help us along the way.
Well, my problem was with last night. That seemed to be a cathedral.
So, as you guys are discussing
Yeah.
this, right? Nevel, what are you doing?
Well, I wanted to watch Father Xanthus work on Drakna because it was pretty interesting.
Okay, yeah, it really was.
Then he went to bed. He was
Okay.
still sleeping.
Still sleeping? Okay. Olorin and Brian, as you two are standing outside of Father Xanthus' room, kind of discussing about what you want to talk about, and the cathedral doors are actually closed now. At night, they close them, and they haven't opened back up for the morning yet. They basically get open when the first people come in. and both doors swing wide open, and in walks Sheriff Hemlock.
Would we see? I don't know how the positioning is. Would we notice?
It's a fairly large room, but the doors swinging open are very loud. Yes, you absolutely turn and notice him walking in. And he says, I need a report, now!
Brian goes up to him
Okay,
and kind of extends a hand.
okay, yeah, Sheriff reaches and extends your handshake and says, I need a detailed report. How'd things go while I was gone?
Some good and some bad. We found an infiltration within the glassworks shop of goblins and also of a pseudo. I can't remember his last name. Kaijitsu.
Pseudo.
Yes.
Pseudo hasn't been seen in this area for 5+ years.
Well, he came back, and he came back with a vengeance. Underneath the glassworks shop, there happened to be a catacombs of some sort, an old church, perhaps, that hasn't been touched in centuries.
The old smuggler tunnels.
But they're not. They're not just smuggler tunnels. This is a full-blown church with jail cells and monstrosities down there.
Do we need to seal this area off immediately? Are there still monsters down there?
Our team has thoroughly cleared out the entire rooms.
Again, very impressed.
But yes, I do think we should seal this up for any future occurrences.
He says, I've got an extra 50 men on the way from Magnamar. He says they were very gracious with our request, and in order to keep our resources coming to Magnamar, they were more than willing to send a few soldiers, at least for a few months, until we figure out really what's going on.
I knew my fellow Magnamars would come to your aid.
He says, yes, they have yet to let me down.
But we also had Vachetti. Vachetti?
Yep.
I had him post patrols on the gates double-fold to make sure that there was no other attacks. We do have a journal that was on pseudo when we had stopped him, and they did have a plan.
So this map shows the initial raid that happened on Sandpoint, showing how that they were going to attack Sandpoint and where they were going to attack it at.
He says, let me see that.
I don't think there will be any additional attacks currently through that gate. If we do, there will be a surprise attack. They do mention of that.
He says, I agree that this does seem to be the initial attack. Very interesting. You've done an impeccable job.
I would give them the rest of it.
I'm not giving you an extra 2 gold pieces a day. I'm giving you 10 gold pieces a day. He says, you've more than earned it. I fear to know what might have happened had you not been here.
We did fight one of the goblin leaders in these catacombs, as Brian was explaining to you, Brothasmus.
Was that it? Was it Bethasmus? I don't remember.
The 3-armed one.
The 3-armed goblin.
Yeah, Brothasmus,
Oh, okay.
with his bugbear.
I don't think that's it.
You defeated Brothasmus, the bugbear?
No. He's the 3-armed goblin.
Shalelu was always better at these damned goblins than me.
I totally agree.
Corvus. Corvus.
Yes.
I do recall that name.
Yes, he was
Sorry.
actually down in the catacombs when we had infiltrated, or when we tried to stop everything, and he is defeated at this point. Yes,
But there are still some undead lying down there.
that are completely safe if we were to leave them, but we should seal
What do you
everything
mean?
off.
Completely
They're in the floor,
They're in cages, yeah.
and
understandable.
they there's no way for them to get out.
I'll have my men clear the rest of them out, and then I'll have them seal the gates on the way out. So, was there anything else of importance?
There were some casualties.
There were casualties. Where are your other compatriots? Where are Nevel and Drakna?
Nevel is probably sleeping.
Oh,
He's fine.
you can't say that like that.
I kind of like put my arm on his shoulder, like,
and Drakna?
Hey, Drakna, we have yet to check on him, but he was under the weather. We had Father Xantus look at his wounds, and we suspect he will make a full recovery. But I do want to check on him once we are done discussing.
I say, Sheriff, there's something else going on in this town. I was like, being here now, I was like, I knew that we had to come to this town for a reason. And the reason is that there's something else going on other than these goblins. I was like, what do you know of Nualia? What do you know of the fire that happened where we stand?
He says, I know that it was a terrible accident. It killed Nualia and Father Tobin, and
I'll stop you right there.
Where the bodies found?
I don't think that fire actually killed Nualia. And
the charred remains were so bad, we only found a few.
I was like, unfortunately, I think Nualia lived through that fire, and she was. I throw him the other. I was like, she has been with Pseudo, hatching a plan on another attack for Sandpoint. She was part of the initial attack that stole her Father Tobin's body, and she's already sacrificed it to start a change.
Kind of shaking his head, he's like, this is not good. Berthasmus, Rip Nugget.
Nualia wasn't human. If you read there, she's trying to remove her celestial taint,
Celestial taint.
which we can only imagine is good. Maybe her mother, her real mother, and she's trying to replace
I
it with her mother's
understand
grace.
that you two, aren't locals from here. You were never here before Nualia. Nualia, this is a well-kept secret, but I think you've earned the trust of myself, and I hope you will hold this dear. The people of Sandpoint always believed that Nualia was just a beautiful human of Father Tobin, an outcast, or a poor orphan girl that she adopted. The truth was that Nualia was half Asimar.
Asimar?
Asimar. And you guys know that race. It's a very uncommon race, but they're basically humans mixed with angels. It's just we don't know who Nualia's parents were, but she was abandoned here. But we are certain that she was half Asimar. That has to be what she means by removing her celestial taint.
I agree.
And I don't understand what would drive her to do this.
That's something we still have yet to find answers for.
Did you know that? I mean, I don't know how long ago. How long ago was the unpleasantness of that fire?
5 years ago, almost to this
So
day.
did you know Nualia?
He says, yes, I knew her very well. You could
Did she
say in a way I was like an uncle to her.
Did she ever date anyone here? Was she in love with anyone?
He says, now that you mention it, I do believe she did date someone. Oh, what was his name? I'm trying to recall. This was so many years ago.
And I understand. I'm just trying
Yes,
to...
yes. His name was Delic. Delic Viscanta. Delic Viscanta.
Delic.
Delek. Viskanta.
Is he still with us? Is he still in town?
No. No. He was murdered. He was murdered during Chopper's unfortunate rampage.
Now, the drawings in the book that was on Pseudo mentioned of a I can't remember this name. What was that?
Malashnikor?
No,
Succubus?
no. The thing we just threw in the back of the pool.
Quasi?
The Quasi. Do you have any idea what this is?
What's that now?
So I
The-
show
the
him. I'll bring out my sketching, and I show him these are the things that we encountered in the catacombs, or tunnels, as it's known above here. But it's so much more, as Brian was telling you, than just smuggler tunnels. There was a black marble shrine. There was a pure water pool. Looked like they were perhaps sacrificing in some unholy water. There was a pool of just wrath that you would submit some blood and out would come just
Most creatures.
He
sin
says,
spawns.
what the hell were you four doing there alone?
We
Protecting the city.
we couldn't risk any men off the wall. We didn't know when this attack was going to happen. We did what we thought best.
This is so much to take in. As soon as the men from Magnamar get here, which should be in hours, literally, they're on a wagon just behind me. He said, I'm going to send 10 men there. You said you cleared it out, right?
This should be gone. The raft pool is sealed.
Do you feel 10 men would be sufficient to catalog, document, and seal up the place?
Seeing there is no more monsters, I would assume yes.
This is very well. That's their first order of business then.
There's like, what, 6 undead in the holes?
Yeah, but they're not coming out or
dig out that staircase that was blocked.
Oh, there were multiple staircases that were what appeared to be purposely sealed off.
One was.
Very, very interesting. I'm not sure.
And so I can't say that we know what is under there because it would take a considerable amount of time and we didn't have it.
He says, part of me wonders if we should attempt to excavate or if we're better off leaving them sealed.
I think if there is a evil presence, and maybe that's what turned Chopper, then maybe we should.
If this pool
eradicate.
gives off a wrathful feeling, it just makes me think that Jarvis found his way, or this pool created him evil. If he wasn't evil from you or me, and then one day he started all these killings, who's to say that this pool didn't do that?
That's very interesting. I tend to agree, but what do we do about it?
I think if we had an excavation team, maybe go down and remove the rubble, and maybe make daily checks, maybe hourly checks of progress, and maybe once cleared, we could go down and investigate further.
He says that may be a wise idea. I'll have the team that goes down there look into it, see how difficult, survey and see how difficult they think it'd be to remove.
There was one tunnel that I thought might actually collapse if we did try to excavate, and that was one stairway that would go up. But there was one that went down that I think we could easily, but it would take time to remove the rubble.
And this is a lot of information in a short period of time. A lot has happened since you've left for Magnamar.
He says clearly I left the right people in charge.
We can't lose sight of Nualia. Who would possibly know her, more about her other than in this city? Is there anyone here that would know more about Nualia's backstory?
Nualia was she kept her heart close to her chest. Besides Delic and her father, she almost spoke to no one.
She had no other friends, or Father Tobin never adopted any other for her to have siblings?
No, he didn't. Nualia was special. And no one treated Nualia normal. Not in a bad way, but people treated Nualia as almost as a sacred object, treated her like a goddess, and I do believe it left its mark on Nualia.
In a bad way?
In a bad way, yes. She just wanted to be normal, as far as I could tell. But
Nualia did?
she did.
I think she resented this town for treating her like that, and that's what these words mean in Pseudo's journal. That's why she wanted to sacrifice her father's remains at Thistletop Shrine and start the transformation.
Thistletop. I think that's one of the goblin.
It is. There is a Shalelu. I assume you know her.
Yes, you've met Shalelu?
Yeah, she's came back to town, and she has reported that the goblins have grouped up. They are one tribe now.
Ugh.
From what we...
This just gets better, doesn't it?
Yes. The only goblin leader that was missing was the one we had killed in the catacombs below.
Ugh.
And actually, Shalelu is waiting.
Shalelu's going there. Oh, very interesting. She's
Yes,
waiting.
she is posting guard, keeping track, waiting for us to get there, and we were going to infiltrate and try to stop the leaders.
He says, very well. He says, is there anything else you need to tell me? You need to get stocked, get your provisions back up, get anything you need from town, and you need to meet Shalelu.
I agree. The one thing I do need to let you know is that the glass workshop is an utter mess. When the goblins came in, they killed everybody that worked there. That was in that building is gone. That includes Pseudo's father.
Oh no.
And Pseudo.
This presents issues. Ugh.
What do you mean?
Magnamar, they gave us men to keep our supplies running.
You mean
to
glass work.
To ensure we keep our fine goods and products coming to them. Our main export? Glass from the glassworks. Without Blanjiku, I'm not sure who's going to run it.
Is there
I
anyone
know-
else able?
I know that he had a daughter. I know her heart was not in it, but
This is to save the town.
she might be able to at least train somebody to take over.
Let me talk to Amiko. We'll at least get the glass factory running, at least enough for window panes and everyday objects. I'm sure it will take months to get the skill for the intricate glass works that were being made, but you let me worry about that. He says, all right. He says, as I promised you. And he says, well, I guess before, and Tobin's kind of, or Xanthus is kind of help you get out of bed, and you guys are walking out, and you kind of walk into, you see Sheriff Hemlock, and you see Ryan and Olorin standing there talking to the sheriff, and you're kind of, you feel okay to walk, but you're a little sore, you know, you might be hobbling a little bit, and Father Xanthus is helping you. Neville, you still sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay. Neville's still sleeping, and you come out, and you guys see Drakna with his hair's kind of starting to, it's not falling out, doesn't look mangy anymore, his ears
As
have
soon
shrunk
as
down.
Brian sees Drakna up and walking, he kind of goes over there and to check on him.
Alright.
Since I have a long rest, can I do cure wounds? No, I'm just kidding.
You can, but you're healed.
Yeah.
Brian kind of goes over to Drakna and is like, "How are you feeling? Your hair seems to be back in place."
But you know, you didn't have like long hair where it looks weird now. It just, you noticed, oh shit, what? That's never happened before when it was falling out. Yeah. And
I'm still chatting with Sheriff Hemlock.
this is, yes, what I owe you. Well, I guess Neville is sleeping still.
We can wake him.
Well, here, I'll trust you guys will give him his share.
Puff goes, mine? Mine? Mine?
I kind of turn to Drakna and be like, "Do you think Puff could wake up Neville?"
Yeah, send him on its way.
Okay, you tell Puff to go wake up.
It does this thing as best as possible.
I know, that's why I'm saying I wonder if he can wake him
So,
up.
should I roll to see how he wakes him up?
So in the rooms, there's these little slits, kind of like, you know, just to let fresh air and wind and sunlight through. And Puff shoots through one of these windows, and Neville, you're kind of sleeping, passed out. These beds are extremely comfy. And all of a sudden, you get the feeling that like
You're being watched?
something's like a bat's flying in your face, and you know, it scares the shit out of you. It's kind of fluttering around you. What do you do?
Grab my bow.
Okay, you grab your bow.
Yeah.
All right, you grab your bow, and all of a sudden, whatever it was is out of the room.
Oh, it's out?
Yeah, it's in. It notices you're up, and it's out.
I'm just gonna sit up in bed.
I just want to play cards.
No, actually, Puff, because he can. Well, he won't know what it would say.
Yeah, he does speak in Draconic.
Yeah, but it's saying alarm, alarm, alarm.
How does
That's
it,
awesome.
what is it?
I don't know what it is in Draconic.
Make it up.
Yeah, make it up.
Suck dick, suck dick.
Oh my god.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Really bad idea.
Oh my god.
That was my fault, guys. I'm sorry.
Way to go, Jamie.
That's
Too
funny.
Yeah, as I'm walking up there too, it's like
I was
like
just
while I was passed out and Father Santos was doing wherever the hell he was doing, I was thinking that maybe Dualia is the one that started the fire. How else would you hide if you wanted to? If she would just take off, everybody's gonna notice she's gone. You start a fire, you're not gonna.
What?
She's the one that started the fire for the church. Nobody knows how it got started.
Who?
Nualia.
We don't know that.
Well, I'm just thinking. That's
No,
what
that
I'm
is-
thinking.
Yeah. And
That's
you,
why
you say this out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheriff Hemlock is kind of like, that's not the craziest thing I've ever heard.
And that's what I have here. I was like, are there any other rumors on who could have possibly started this fire on the chapel?
None.
It could have been that worked with.
And I agree. I was like, I've written here in my journal that I believe that Nualia could have been the one since she resented the town.
You know, maybe
she was the one to
was-
start the
She
fire.
could be the
I
one
hate
that
to
was-
think that way, but the evidence does seem to be mounting up.
I'm gonna stumble out with the rest of them. And
Okay.
Hemlock's still there, right?
Yeah. Ah, Nevel, finally. I can pay you and get on my way.
Yeah, give me my money, would you?
Ah.
Puff
Oh,
goes,
Nevel.
mine? Mine?
Hemlock says,
Or no,
oh.
me. But it's
Yeah.
no, but he wouldn't know what it.
Yeah. No, he kind of. So he's balancing with one little. You know, he doesn't have any front arms. He's just got wings and he's got his two little feet. So his little foot's sticking out. You know, give me something. So that's the first thing. Hemlock he pulls in his back pouch and he rips off a little piece of jerky and he hands it to Puff. So Puff gets something, and then he says, "Oh, okay. What did I say? 10 gold pieces a day. It's gone for 2 weeks. That's 140 gold pieces apiece." He says, "Oh, really emptying my purse, aren't you guys?"
More?
Very worth it.
He says, "More than worth it." He says, "Seriously, thank you again for your help. I'm sorry to be asking you to go off and help Shalelu now." He says, "You don't owe me a thing, but somehow I feel that you know what you have to do."
Just be wary in those tunnels. I want you to be on alert. Make sure your men aren't just.
He says, "I plan on going with those men. From what you've said."
This still says that there may be something else. That in the lower chambers, that she was going to summon Maleshnikor. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound good. And if it's anything like what we fought down there, just be careful.
That makes me even more leery about excavating what's there. He says, "I'll still have it looked into, see if it's feasible and what we can do."
But if you hear any-
don't excavate before we get back. I mean, I wouldn't. I would hate to see the town at peril.
Say it like that.
No, but beer burps are not in that actual saying, you know. But
We
Ryan, we have help for people like you. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez, I'm not even that bad.
and that's just it. It looks like if that passageway in that stairwell was purposely blocked, it may have been purposely blocked for a reason. There might be something else behind there that we don't want to encounter.
Well, I can't think of her name.
Shalelu?
What? No, the other
Miko?
Miko. Miko said her dad has closed those smuggler tunnels years ago, though, too.
He says, "Yes, that's true. We closed the smuggler tunnels, but that's all we thought they were."
Right.
All right. Well, I think you've given me plenty of information. I have plenty to do.
Where's the best spot to buy some armor?
Savas, without a doubt.
Yeah, I know. It's not a place, but
Yes, without a doubt.
can we steal some from the garrison?
He says, "We do have standard issue armor," he says, "but what you're wearing's better than that."
I thank you for the payment.
He says, please, like I said, it's me that should be thanking you. You
But-
earned every penny.
We do need to get
Every
to
copper.
Shalelu, and we need to get restocked.
He says, very well. He says, unless there's something else you need to seek me out on, go right away. Just let the town guards know when you're leaving, and they can send word back to me that you've left.
Okay. And also, we have
got
informed
horses? Are we gonna walk?
Kendra Devert of most of what we've encountered, except for the last expedition underneath the glassworks.
Perfect. He says, I'll let her know of that then. He says, also, if you guys are heading out to Thistletop, head to the Goblin Squash stables. He says, they'll hook you up with horses. On me.
I got one.
Okay. Well, your horse is probably at the Goblin Squash stable. There, so. Alright. But the rest of you can get a horse.
Okay. Thank you.
Does he leave?
Yeah, he does leave.
I want to catch up to him. Away
Okay,
from the
as he's
others.
walking away?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, no, what
I
is it?
just quieter than usual. Just how's Magnamar?
What do you mean?
Is it okay? Anything going on there?
This is busy as ever, but seems fine. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, Neville, take care. Watch over the rest of these clowns.
They're gonna need me. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, since they were sitting there too, I'm kind of looking over that. He gave me that hand axe that he had.
Uh huh.
I'm checking it out to see if I can find my stepdad's mark. But,
Oh, okay. No, yep.
Okay.
You don't
No,
see
it's-
it. Nope.
No, this is a good axe.
Oh.
Do you say that?
No, I don't know he's doing it. If he did it in front of me,
That's funny.
All right. So here's how it works when a party member kills one another.
Yeah.
how's that work?
Okay.
it works by you rolling up a new character.
So.
Oh yeah. That'd be the only time he rolls nat 20s all the time too.
The only time he hits anything.
Yeah.
Battle Royale.
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
Oh shit. Alright. So
Okay, so what's our plan of action?
if we've got our bearings together and everything, everybody's healed up, I think we should probably hit a couple of the
Do I get my +1 back?
Are
for
bearings bent?
Because I lost some charisma.
Yes, you get all your
Okay.
charisma back.
Are our
You're back
bearings
to normal.
bent?
as long as there's no highlighters, we're probably right.
Did you say as long as our batteries are bent?
No.
Bearings.
Bearings.
Oh, I heard batteries.
Nope.
Yeah, I get it.
But as long as everything is in order, I think we probably should hit a couple of the shops in order to get some supplies before we head out.
Very good. What shops do we want to hit?
Armory.
I mean, I would like to go to Saba's. I know Olorin has said something about the goblin something.
You said
Curious
that my
Goblin.
boss man
Curious
wasn't gonna
Goblin.
have anything worth having.
No, he's more or less, like, I mean, he can do a crude
Like
sword, but
doorknobs and
yeah.
No,
he's
that's
more
fine. I
your
just-
general. Yep. Most of your finer weapons are gonna get shipped in from Magmar.
Okay, no,
There's
that's
a lot of competition.
No, that's fine.
You guys are dumb.
I figured I'd just double check before I
Yep.
go right to the warehouse or the maybe we
Okay,
the warehouse.
so who's going where?
I'm following Brian.
I'll probably be going to.
We're right by the potion shop. So
Oh, if we're right by the post shop,
Yeah,
we
we
should
can
hit
go
that
there.
first. We'll probably go as a group, I would think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
yeah, it's literally
Is that the same potion shop you guys went to before?
Bottom Solutions?
Bottom
Yeah,
Solutions.
it's like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, with Nisk, Tander.
Yes.
I'll be level 4 before you guys know it.
So you go to the potion shop?
Yeah, see our old friend Nisk.
Okay. He's just now opening shop. Like he's out turning his closed to open sign as you guys get out front. Says, some loyal customers returning. How may I help you, gentlemen, today?
Nisk, how goes it? Let me introduce my other 2 companions here. This is Drakna and Brian.
And Brian goes to shake his hand.
Yes, I did too.
Okay.
Slowly.
Yeah. Yep.
A little slow.
Yeah. You're still loosening up the joints.
Puff has got his foot out.
That's a good trick. I like it.
You allow pets in here?
He says, I'll make an exception for this little guy. And he's like itching him under the chin. And Puff seems to be loving it. He's
Puff
making a
looks,
little
at,
like purr.
and Puff looks at Nevel and gives him the snake eye.
Hey, Puff, can you give me a puff?
Do you really ask him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
Are you
he
asking
does
for
poison.
like,
I
do
just-
you have a lighter? Or what do you actually do?
But
Give me a
that's-
light.
He's poison, or should I?
He can do smoke.
Okay, no,
It's just his teeth. He can't really blow fire enough to hurt
no,
anyone.
that's okay. Yeah, he kind of gives you the stink eye, and he's like, shrugs his shoulders.
Wait, it's your bite. All right.
Well, I don't really know that he does poison though either, do I?
No, not really. And that's just his bite that's doing that.
Yeah, I know, but
we can house rule something that as you level up.
Okay.
Maybe he can breathe fire eventually or something.
Okay.
Okay, so Nisk says, "How can I help you, gentlemen, today?"
I was like, I'm trying to. We have a long journey ahead of us. We're gonna travel to another
Sherwood
Yeah.
Forge.
Nettlewood.
Netherwoods.
and visit Shalelu. She's off watching a tribe for us.
And I kind of put a hand on Olorin and be like, maybe we shouldn't tell everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows Shalelu though.
He says, yes.
So I want to see if you have anything to help my friends. In anything that comes
He
ahead of
says,
us.
well, I mean, you just came to me yesterday, and
I remember you saying that you had frost strength or giant strength.
potion of giant strength. I believe I do.
What does that do?
Let me find out. Okay.
I want to think I want to get a potion of invisibility.
He says, yes, here it is. I do have, I have one potion of hill giant strength. He says, so when you drink this potion, it will give you the strength of a hill giant. And so what metagame, what that does is it'll, for 1 hour, it'll increase your strength score to 21.
To 21?
Yep.
Okay.
So we did use some of the potions that you gave us.
And satisfied customers, I'm sure.
They were great. They worked as you said they would.
This is very good, very good.
And we do
Always
appreciate
happy
your
to see
we
happy
do appreciate your
customers.
honesty.
Nothing but the best in the business.
Would you
Old
happen to
Mist
have
King.
any other healing potions?
He says, I have 2 more in my private stock. He says, normally I wouldn't sell these to anyone. He says, until my stock is refreshed, of course, but you are, well, frankly, the heroes of Sandpoint. He says, take these. And they're both just regular potions of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So, 1d8 plus your level
Okay.
for healing. And, he says, these are yours. You can have them, along with the potion of giant strength. He says, you've earned these. He says, just make sure to always come back when you need someone.
And he gives this to...
What other potions?
He hands it to Olorin.
What other potions did he have?
He says, oh, left. You've almost cleaned me out of potions. He says, I have some herbs, and is anyone in need of more pipeweed, or... He says,
I was like, I'll take another bag too.
He says, very well. And he says, is it awkward for me to ask for payment for this now?
No.
He says, I'm sorry, I can't give away everything though. And
You
so anyone
appreciate
that
it.
wants a bag, it's like a silver piece.
Yep.
Oh,
So
So whatever-
I'll throw him a
whatever-
gold for the 2 bags.
He says, let me get your change, sir.
No. Thank you.
He says,
what's your most obscure item you have? The one that nobody wants.
the one that nobody wants. He says, well, I have this potion of beard growth.
I'll take it.
This is a copper. I can't get rid of it.
Alright.
Do you have another bottle?
He says, forget it. It's yours. Olorin already paid for it.
Thanks, man.
Does he have any? You don't have anything else? That's it.
Do you have anything of a potion of flying?
A potion. He says, no. He says, I've been working on a recipe for that, but I haven't quite got it down. I wouldn't feel safe selling it to you.
Nothing that would levitate.
He says, like I said,
Maybe.
that's what I'm working on, but my recipe is experimental at best right now.
Well, I thank you for your help.
He says, no, again, thank you so
Don't have
much.
any plants of
all of you.
special abilities?
Any what?
Plants or... That's what I said. Punch you. Never mind. I'm good.
He says, I have Venus flytraps.
I already got one.
Very well.
I said plants with special abilities. Sorry.
Thank you, Ness. And we will return. I was like, start working on that flying potion.
He says, I'll try to perfect it just for you, Olorin.
See if you can come up with a couple more healing potions. We may need them.
He says, again, I'm waiting on my shipment from Magnemar. I'll set a few aside if I get any.
We should have more men coming soon, so hopefully, along with that supply lines.
Very good. I'm sure some of our traders will follow that caravan. Extra safe, you know. All right. So where to next?
Where are we at, man?
Yeah. Where would they sell weapons?
South
Sam.
Yeah.
She's basically the only one in town that does.
Weapons and armory.
Yeah.
What?
Let's go there.
Okay. So you guys go to Sally's, and you walk in, and she's kind of. There's no one else in the shop right now. Again, it's still early in the morning, and she's kind of polishing
The backstory.
some armor that's sitting on a rack on the wall. And she turns around and.
So I say hello, my new friend in Elvish to her.
She answers you in Elvish, one of the like a common greeting for Elvish.
Yep.
And that brings a smile to her face. She says, "How can I help you for today?"
I was like, it's been a few weeks since we last talked. My friends and I have been protecting the city and underneath as well. I think they're in need of some armory.
She says, "Well, you've come to the right place then."
And Brian kind of looks almost somewhat tattered after all the scrapping he's done with
Yeah.
his chainmail. It's kind of a little dented and whatever.
Maker.
He's like, "Do you have any plate?"
You know how many
She says, "I do. I have a nice set of plate." And she kind of points to it. She says, "It's not white." She says, "But I mean, I can have that changed. It'll take a couple days to re-enamel it, though."
How much would you charge?
And she kind of shows you, and it's a set of. You're looking for breastplate, right?
He would look. I'm looking for like plate, man.
Full plate.
Yeah.
All right.
Because breastplate's not as it's the same as chainmail as far as AC goes.
Gotcha.
I know it's gonna be expensive, but at least I want to get like a base price going.
Great armor. She says, for you, I can let this go for 1,000 gold pieces."
1,000 gold. It might be hard for me to discount you, and I don't expect you to make me any.
She says, "I understand, but that leaves almost no profit for me on this." She says, I'm very grateful for all you've done for this little town, but
No, and I wouldn't want you to go in debt over this. You do look like you have fine wares. Would you be able to appraise this ransour? And I kind of hand it over to her.
as you hand it to her, she kind of gets a wide-eyed look at it. She's like, "This is incredible." She says, "Where did you get this?" And she's looking at it, and she scrapes a little bit of blood off the top of it, and
I mean, I did use it a little bit. But,
she says,
Slightly used.
and she's looking at the blade, and it still appears sharp. It doesn't appear nicked or dinged or anything. And she says, "A weapon is meant to be used." And she says, "This is a work of art. 500 gold, easy."
500. Okay, that would still make me shy of the breastplate or the plate. So
She says, "How shy?"
like 300.
She says, "I want to help you, Brian." She says, "But I don't know if I can
I understand.
front that." She says,
Plate mail.
You have breast. I say this in Elvish. Because I can. You have breastplate armor though.
She responds in Elven, and she says, "Yes, I do, of course." And she actually has a larger selection of breastplate than she does anything else.
Well, how much would you give me for this uncommon longsword? +1.
Oh, it's a +1.
Yeah.
Should it be a master list?
Yeah.
She says, hold on, I'm gonna run and grab my PHP real quick.
Okay.
Oh, we got it.
I have one.
Okay, yeah.
It's
Whoever's,
over there.
I don't care.
It's
I even got it open to the right table. Perfect.
You're already looking.
We're looking up too many prices.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
She says, so you're looking to trade in, you're looking to trade in
+1
a
longsword.
+1 longsword and get breastplate?
Yes, ma'am.
She says, okay, let me look at my prices. She says, may I see the sword, please?
Yeah.
Okay, she's looking over it. She said, good condition, seems fine. She says, I could let that go for, with you, the trade in the sword, 300 gold pieces?
Sell it for 300.
Yes.
No, for the breastplate.
No, that's what you'd owe me for the breastplate after trading in the sword.
Oh. Yeah, I wish I could. Unless you want to give me a loan.
She says, I really can't right now.
I didn't think so.
I'm so sorry.
How about I sell you the longsword,
Yes?
and maybe you keep one of those behind the counter for me?
She says, which color would you like?
Burgundy?
And she has one done up in burgundy. Yeah, she says, consider it done. Consider this a down payment.
Sweet deal.
I ask her if she has a crossbow.
A crossbow?
Crossbow.
She says, yes. So she has a big rack of them, and she points over there. She says, take your pick.
I need it to be a light crossbow.
A light crossbow? So a hand crossbow?
No.
She says, all my hand crossbows are 75 gold pieces.
What about just
She says, oh, that's right. For you, 50.
those are two-handed load though.
Light crossbows?
This light crossbow two-handed load.
Not, well, a hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow.
Yeah. There's hand crossbow and then heavy crossbow.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one.
Heavy crossbow is not two-handed though, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
You have to use two hands. So for a hand one, you only have to use one.
Yeah.
But you have to load it. Like, it takes a full action to load it.
Load it.
Yeah.
Yeah. With two hands.
You're almost better off with like a bow or something.
Yeah.
Like a short bow.
What does she have for short bows?
Can you use a short bow?
Mm-hmm.
But that's a simple weapon, right?
You can't use its proficiency.
Really?
She says, short bows for you, 15 gold pieces.
And arrows?
She says, I'll give you a quiver of 20 arrows for free with the purchase. All new crossbows and bows come with that.
I'll take it.
She says, very well.
How much would you give me for a +1 hand axe?
Alright, well. You're gonna
She
take it
says
from
a
me?
plus
D&D
one
again?
hand axe.
Just asking. In Elvish.
Okay, in Elvish.
Drakna doesn't know.
Drakna, you're getting kind of tired of all this Elvish. You're like, what the hell,
I
man?
knew I should look Elvish.
She says, 10 gold pieces.
What?
10 gold pieces.
That's it?
She says, this is a +1 hand axe, that's right. She
A masterwork?
says,
Oh,
hand axes
you're
are
killing
looked
me.
at as a disposable weapon. They get thrown, they get lost.
This one's found. This one's immaculate.
Yeah, it was found. Lost but now it's found.
Slightly
Olorin
used.
has a discount. You gave him a discount.
She says, that's right, Olorin does have a discount.
I show her the silver earrings. I was like, would you be interested in these silver earrings?
She says,
As a gift.
as a gift.
Oh.
And she gets really blushed. And she says, for real?
Yes.
She says, thank you.
Just remember and treat my friends as you would treat me.
She says, Absolutely. And she puts them on. She looks at herself. She kind of turns and looks at a really shiny breastplate. Looks at it, and she gets a big old smile on her face.
Puff flies over her shoulder and just lands on it and looks at her ears and does.
Gives her a little smile. She kind of giggles at that. She's more of a serious woman. You know what I mean? And this is the first time you've really seen her kind of lose that composure.
That was just gonna kind of quietly nudge to Olorin, like, you old slide dog.
Okay. Excuse me. Drakna, were you looking to get anything?
I wanted some breastplate, but I ain't gonna afford that. How much would you give me for this old ass tired hide for some chainmail?
She says, "Oh, your hide's pretty beat up." She says,
Tell me about it.
She says, "But we'll call it weathered." She says, "The kids these days, they pay extra for that."
It's heroed. It's been a hero.
She says, "That's right. I can easily get." She says, "I'll give you 15 for your hide armor, and you're looking at what again?"
Chain skirt or chain shirt.
A chain shirt. She says, "Another 25 gold pieces."
Okay, and I think that's it for right now.
She says, "Yes, no problem." So you do the exchange. So you owe her 25 gold.
Yep, I'll do that.
And now you got a chain shirt, son, but no hide. Keep that in mind.
Now you get disadvantage.
No, I don't.
He had disadvantage.
No, I don't have
Oh,
this.
yeah, no. Chain shirt doesn't have disadvantage on itself.
Yeah, no. That's why I went. And it's only 50 gold, so I only.
And he boosted his AC by 1.
Yep.
Woo!
There you go, buddy.
It's been so long. She says, "Well, you guys have certainly started my day off very well."
Yeah, send me a breastplate too, please.
She says, "Absolutely."
I
She
kind of
says-
turn to Sabin, or Brian does. And he's like, will your offer stand until I come up with the money?
She says, "Yes, Brian, it will."
Alright.
And she says, "I know you want that breastplate." She says, "I'll work on having it enameled."
Awesome, thank you.
Breastplate or the.
I appreciate this.
She says, "No problem. I appreciate all that you four have done for us."
So yeah, I unless you guys are doing anything more, I'd probably head out.
You guys want to loan me some gold?
We need. You get your own.
Get
You
your own
got-
gold.
Didn't think so.
The Cheez-It slogan? Get your own gold.
I'll give you 5 pieces for the axe.
You're gonna hear that.
I hope so.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
I'll play you for it.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah. No.
Highest card?
Give me something I can cheat at. I mean, that I have a chance at. What you want to bet?
10 gold?
Yeah.
What are we betting?
Still not gonna give me.
Just highest card.
Okay. Do we need a card? You want to do it with dice or you want to do it with cards?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't matter.
We'll do it with cards.
Can I use my own?
All he has is aces.
Oops, minus.
Don't even fucking do what I think you're gonna do.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. I am.
You're gonna use a luck point.
What are you doing?
Okay, so you have Sava hold out the cards.
It's still not gonna give me what I want. You call the game. You go ahead.
She hands Olorin a card, and Nevel takes a card of his own.
Ace high?
Yeah.
Ace always high.
I guess minor illusion.
Fucking shit. I'm casting my own illusion.
Okay. Do you really?
Yeah. That's
And
what I
you
was
really
gonna
do?
do.
That's what you're both gonna do. I knew it.
Okay, throw your cards out. You guys both throw down an ace of spades. She says, something's fishy there.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
She moves both of the cards, and your minor illusions disappear.
Okay. I had detect magic. That's why I was gonna be like,
So-
I could probably do
So
that.
You tried cheating me. Damn, I love you, man.
She kind of says, Neville, pay the man.
All right. Unless you want to go for double or nothing.
I say, Neville, keep your money.
Damn it.
Good fun.
Just waste some.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, you can do it all day long. You can waste
That's
some
really
slot.
funny.
That is really
No, we
good.
can both do it all day.
Oh, like him?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh, that's best.
Oh shit.
Saba, you want in on this?
She says, no thanks.
No trickery. We swear.
I'm sure. She says, no, you boys be safe out there.
We
I
always try
appreciate
to.
you enameling the mail for me.
She says again, don't think twice about it. I know you'll buy it.
Are there any weapons here that you've come across that are just unique in nature?
She says, I
Just
have this
anything engraved.
exquisite rancier that Brian just brought in. She says,
got some
but
famous-
other than that, it's
she's got
pretty
some
much all
fam-
your run-of-the-mill
She
stuff.
got some famous hide.
What about my lawn?
I didn't sell it to her.
I have a +1 longsword. Yes.
I didn't sell that to her. I was just
Oh, you
appraising
did.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
But I thought
Okay.
maybe you thought I gave it up.
No, I did think you sold.
No,
it.
I was
Okay.
just appraising it so I could.
Okay.
He didn't
How
get what
much
he
more I
wanted,
needed.
so he had to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
say, Saba, it was a pleasure, and I hope that our next encounter isn't over business.
She says,
Whoa.
me too, Oliver.
You say that in Elvish?
Yeah. I talk to Miller pretty much all the time.
I just get a smile like.
That's funny.
Well, I guess
Oh.
we could always head to.
Oh, as I put on my chainmail and my old stuff sitting there, Puff goes over and sits on the old hide like.
You're like, what? Like, I like this better.
This smells like Drakna.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, did you guys want to go to?
You get an inspiration for playing Puff so well.
The
Sweet.
Curious
What
Goblin.
a
or
need
whatever?
is.
I guess we would probably go there then.
To the Curious Goblin?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I believe.
I have no idea what this
Are we
place
near?
is.
Are we near any
So
bars?
the Curious Goblin outside of it has, or you guys know town well enough. You know that it's a bookshop.
Oh.
Are we any near any shop? Or
I would have been to
bars
this
first-
place
or
first
afterwards?
day.
Wait, what is it?
The bookstore.
Oh, really?
You got the map?
That's what I was asking when we were at the Swallowtail, whatever it's called. Festival. Everyone wanted books.
Where's the map? Oh. Say, we need to take a bar or take a shot before we leave.
Let's go to the brewery.
That's what I was thinking. One for the road.
Okay, so you guys walk into the Curious Goblin.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you walk in the store and it's clear from the outside. Like there's windows, and these books are immaculately stacked. You can see in the windows. I mean, everything seems. And you walk in through the room, and you see a man going through a large stack of books on a table. It's kind of sorting. He's placed one here, flip through a few pages, then place one over here. And but all of his books, just even at a glance, you can tell they're all in alphabetical orders. Like you see certain volumes, and these volumes are like perfectly like complete. It seems incredibly. It's an incredibly well maintained store. And he says, "Ah, some customers. What can I help you gentlemen with?"
I say,
Wait. I know you. You're the 4 heroes that have been walking around here lately.
Brian extends a hand.
I say that.
And he kind of warily shakes your hand.
Brian is kind of off put by that.
Okay.
My name is Olorin. I said, good morrow. I've heard good things about you. At the Swallowtail Festival, I was asking around where I could buy a good book.
That seems surprising. Most of the locals around here don't really care for my store.
I myself am not a local, kind sir.
He says, I'm just saying that it seems odd that someone said my store has good books. Most people would call them overpriced pieces of garbage.
I'm speaking Drakna the Puff, and we're both going.
You're speaking Dracula.
Or Droven, or not Droven. Drakna. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Just
I just think it's funny. every
I
time
don't
you
know
speak-
I know Droven too.
I
so
speak my name.
I speak my name.
And then I say I feel sorry for the people of Sandpoint to know that literature is not garbage, no matter any form.
And he says, maybe you are a man after my taste after all. What can I help you with?
I say
Me and you were pulling.
I look for anything of religion or arcana, anything to just
No.
help me get through the night. I don't sleep much.
He says, take your pick. I have most books in print.
I'm gonna do an arcana check to see if there's anything that stands out
Okay.
of the rest. 18.
So you're looking at kind of like his section that he pointed you toward, and you see tons of books, popular, famous books, surprisingly complete collections. You've been alive for 300 years. There's not necessarily something that jumps out to you as I haven't read this or I've never seen this, but you do notice that this collection is, I mean, it's crazy complete.
Is there something just unique that I'd be like, man, I just want to read this again? Something that would maybe spark an interest on magic again for me?
Spark and interest on magic. What kind of magics are you interested in?
Beginning alchemy?
Beginning alchemy.
Necromancy.
Can I roll an Arcana
He says,
check?
do you say that, Nevel?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can I roll an Arcana check too? Even though I don't
You know what?
know
Fuck it, yeah.
would I?
Yeah, I say that.
He says,
He cheated me out of 10 gold pieces. He tried to.
necromancy. Well, I do have books on both subjects. He says, Steltheimer's Advanced Alchemy for Beginners is always a good starting point. And as far as necromancy, well, this is
I like this.
most of the black magic books aren't looked at as established in their teachings or particularly liked by most schools of magic, but
Puff starts to snore.
Hallister's Black Book of Magics is probably where you'd want to start.
Do you have anything that has this? And I show him the 7-pointed star.
He says, I have that exact book. That is the Mother of Monsters. It's basically a warship guide to Lamashtu.
Happy Mothers of Monsters Day.
Right.
Yes.
I wanna quietly go up to him so the others can't hear him. You have anything on proper social etiquette?
He says, of course.
How much?
He says,
Particularly of speech.
of speech? Yes. I'll be right back. And he kind of goes over to a shelf and he looks through and he's kind of like almost counting out. And he says, he pulls back this. He says, and puts this big, thick copy. He says, Pontific's Magnificent Book of Etiquette and Speech.
Fine for that.
This is a rare first edition copy.
Is it signed?
He says, of course. It can be yours for the low price of 394 gold pieces and 36 coppers. A bargain.
You, sir, are insane.
This is insane. It's just a concept of the mind.
I have some. Okay, do you have any cheaper versions of this book?
I have a second edition,
How much is that?
unsigned, for $134.
Dollars?
Gold and 94 coppers.
Do you have like a pamphlet or anything on this?
Do I look like I deal in pamphlets?
I don't know.
The answer is no.
You guys got a library around here?
He kind of opens his arms and he like looks around.
Can I get a card?
Well, I'm poor.
Have you
I can't afford that.
have you read the Mother of Monsters book?
He says, I've read everything in here.
I'm taking he's an elf too then.
No, he's not. He's a human.
Oh. He's a human?
Yep. He's an old dude.
You don't want to ask about the book anymore?
Yeah.
What's the House of the Blue Stars?
It's gonna be like 800 gold pieces.
So when I show him the book that we have, I said, "So is this identical to what you have in the shop?"
He says, my copy is much superior, in better condition. But other than that, yes, they appear to be the same editions.
What does this describe inside?
He says, this describes, it's almost a step-by-step guide on worshipping Lamashtu and all the great things that she's done.
Ooh.
It's a history of her rise, if you will.
So you couldn't read that, correct, Olorin?
I never opened it.
Have you sold this book or sold this book to anybody before?
He says, no.
I was thinking maybe what's her name?
Have you sold any books before?
He says, not to any of this local riffraff.
Do you have
My
any,
clientele is almost exclusively from Magnamar. They know good literature when they see it.
do you have any books on stopping Lamashtu?
He says, not particularly on that exact subject, no.
What about stopping evil magic?
He says, there's many books based on stopping impending apocalypse and other evil entities, but most of that's just hubbubaloo, if you ask me.
Have you ever heard the word Malefshnikor?
Malfeshnikor? I don't believe I've ever run across that before.
Do you have a book of that would describe different demons of Lamashtu?
No, he says, have you even read that book you have?
No, I haven't opened it.
That contains that information.
Do you have a book on how to commit murder and how to get away with it?
He says, yes.
How much does that cost?
He says, I only have a rare second edition copy.
What's the cheapest book that you have?
The cheapest book I have?
Is this pamphlet?
The cheapest book I have. Do you want to know what the book is or how much it costs?
Both.
He says, oh. Okay. The cheapest book I have.
Take your time.
There's a lot of knowledge in this brain. I'm cataloging. The cheapest book I have is The Coming and Goings of Desna. I have 1,362 copies, all in pristine condition. And the cheapest one has a slight mar on the left front cover for 53 gold pieces and 92 copper.
Fuck off, sir. And I'm gonna walk out.
They come in and go.
And he kind of looks at the rest of you. He's like, "This is why I hate this place." says, yes, it's about the comings and goings of...
Maybe it's your attitude.
I say, sir, I didn't catch your name.
Because I didn't throw it.
I'm Chask. Chask Hadlin.
Chask?
Chask.
His name's upside down, that's why it's...
I am Olorin, and my friend that stepped out is Nevel. That's Drakna, and this is Brian.
And Puff
Great.
And Puff goes, Puff!
How much is your book worth?
I don't allow rats in my store. They eat the books. Could you please escort your rat outside?
Puff flies around and shits on his shoulder and flies out.
I'm asking you to leave politely before I call the guards.
Later!
Alright, well,
Well, I guess I'm just gonna leave then.
This guy's a trip.
I do apologize for my two friends.
As I'm walking out, I'm like, see you later.
Please leave.
See you soon.
If you had to put a price to this book that I have, what would you say?
What's that? I'm sorry.
If you had to put a price to the copy of The Mother of Monsters,
Give 2 shits for it.
how much would you say this is?
Are you asking to sell your copy?
Yes.
He says, let me see. The condition's not very good. I suppose I could give you 5 silver.
Oh my god.
I thank you for your time, Chask.
He says, yes. Be sure to tell anyone you see on your travels about my store.
Have you ever came across any scrolls?
And he says, yes. I have a scroll room.
Can I visit your scroll room, please? Can you show me?
He drooled on himself.
He says, yes, right this way. And he takes you through like a little beaded curtain room, and there's literally just walls of scrolls. He says, now, spells are a bit pricier than most books.
I understand
due to
that.
their usefulness.
But as you know, my friends and I are protecting this city. And your shop, along with yourself, could have been overtaken by the goblins that we stopped. I was like, I'm asking for your help in continuing to help this city.
Fuck this
He
city.
says, that's why I have insurance.
But as you know, scrolls are unique in nature and can only be found very rare items.
That's right.
What's your cheapest scroll and your most expensive scroll?
My cheapest scroll is 532 gold pieces for burning hands. And my most expensive scroll is a scroll of wishing for 1,368 gold.
What is
Hey,
that?
Do we have a scroll?
What does that scroll do?
It lets you cast wish.
Do we have a hand of burning?
If you have to
burning
ask,
hands?
big man, you can't afford it.
Should I ask him how long you been a dick?
What would you price this scroll at? And I show him the burning hand scroll.
5 coppers.
You're offering to sell
I
him
just
your
want to see what you have.
burning hands. He says, I could give you 10 gold.
It's quite the difference in prices.
You don't get to have this immaculate of a collection by being frugal.
Well, I do appreciate the time again. If you ever come to peace of mind and want to help out your fellow man, I was like, we'll be staying at the Rusty Dragon if you ever want to send me a scroll to help out our...
Oh, that's
Our
You
Mr.
don't look
Reynolds.
like a man to me, elf.
You are correct. I am a full elf. So, I do appreciate your time. Have a good day. And I just turn around.
Poor
You
Jamie.
too. And you're out of this guy's place.
How the fuck did Olorin talk to that guy for that long?
Everyone left, yeah, like 15 minutes ago. What is he doing in there?
Fucking like kicking the stones in the dirt. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Pretty sure this guy murdered Olorin.
That's why I was like, You know how to book on how to get murdered? Yes.
Well played. Oh man, well played.
Coming, some going of death none.
All right then.
1 million.
Do not go in there. We're near a bar. We need to go get a drink.
No, we are not by a bar.
I thought
Where does Foxglove?
Where's Foxglove at? Does he have a house or?
He's in Magnemar, isn't he?
He has a house in Magnemar, yeah.
He doesn't have a house in
He's,
Sandpoint?
yeah, no, he doesn't. He was just visiting in Sandpoint.
Damn. Okay.
I know.
Wanted to talk to him.
I was really hoping to bring him back.
Brian!
Can we go to the brewery and see if we can run into him?
Well, he was at the Rusty Dragon. I would like to go back to the Rusty Dragon and talk to Amiku before we leave.
Okay. Alright, we can do that. So yeah, you head over there and she's behind the counter. What do you want to say to her? She says, Ryan, I'm assuming the rest of the gang comes with you. She says, what can I do for you boys?
I was just letting you know that the sheriff is back in town and that he might be coming to talk to you.
She says, very well. I'm assuming about the events that transpired.
Exactly. We've given him most information we have, but I wanted to give you a heads up before your question or he talks to you.
She says, I appreciate that, Brian. She says, it wouldn't have been a problem at all if you just let him come, but I appreciate you.
I mainly wanted to... I haven't... I did suggest something that I may have overstepped.
It's low on
But
liquid.
seeing your father is gone in the glass workshop, somebody's got to train or take over in order to keep the supply lines for Magnemar.
She says, it's no secret that most of the love I had for my father has dissipated over the years. But without the glassworks, Sandpoint will probably fall into ruin. If Sandpoint falls into ruin, so does my tavern. I have no problem teaching some people what I know of the glassworks.
And that's all I came to maybe kind of.
She says,
Let her
no,
mull
I
over.
appreciate your honesty with me, but no, don't feel like you've overstepped your boundaries. She says, you've done enough for me, that's the least I could do for you and this town.
We will be going to see Shalelu shortly. We're probably going to head out.
She says, that's
fairly
great
soon.
news. Please send her my regards.
Is there anything you want me to tell her or give her?
She says, just tell her to come back safe.
We will.
She says, thank you, Brian, I appreciate it.
Is Bethana there?
Yeah, you kind of peek back in the kitchen and you see Bethana washing dishes in the back.
I'm gonna go up to her behind, pick her up, and toss her a couple times.
Oh, Nevel!
And then I'm just gonna, squeeze her cheek and stuff, like a little kid.
She kind of chuckles and she blushes. And she says-
As they were talking
and she gives you a hug around the legs. She says, "Be careful, Nevel."
Always.
Puff
I gotta
flies
keep
on
care
a
of these
flat
guys.
piece or two.
Would Brian have any inclination that maybe like Amiko and Shalelu would have any type of relationship other than friendship?
Make an insight still a thing?
A what?
Is it Miko?
Is insight still a thing?
Insight? Yes, it is.
Yeah, make me an insight
His
check.
fucking top of his head is red.
Definitely a friendship, but hard to say if there's anything more.
Jesus.
If there were a
Christ.
canoe, or if there were
I
a
sat
canoe
down
together,
in our usual corner by the fire.
Okay.
And I actually started reading the monster of Among
I'm
the
feeding,
Monsters.
I'm
Okay.
feeding Buff pretty
Alright.
good.
I'll feed you some information later. What's that,
I
John?
said I'm just feeding Puff and getting
Okay. Get everything ready?
some
So yeah,
getting some
Amiko
scraps
can
ready.
Amiko loads you guys up on provisions too, stuff that'll keep over the long journey. It's not that long of a journey, but it's a few days. So she stocks you up with dried foods and breads and stuff like that.
Okay, I mean, I'm ready to head out if everybody else is.
Okay, so yeah, she kind of gives you guys knapsacks. She waits until you guys are walking away or whatever, until you guys are ready to leave. Is everyone ready to get going on the trail then?
Probably wasting enough time.
And actually, while you guys are sitting there, word got back to the Goblin Squash stables, and Sheriff Hemlock actually had your horses brought to the Rusty
he
Dragon,
wants
so you
us
guys
to
are
go.
ready to go.
He wants us-
Yeah, let's head out.
Okay. So, you guys are all kind of walking out, and Brian, you're kind of the last one to take a look around, make sure you got everything. You have the most gear and stuff like that. Armor-wise, making sure you got it all. You know, like the phone keys, wallet check. You do that with all your armor and stuff. And as you're kind of walking out, Amiko kind of says, "Brian, wait up." And
I'll turn back.
okay, yeah. She gives you she places in your hand like a small locket, and it's an amulet, not a locket, but a small just charm, and it's a charm of Desna that she places in your hand, and she kind of squeezes it into your hand, and she says, "Just be safe," and she gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Okay. Yeah, before I leave, I'll give her
I'm the
a
one that stayed with her at night.
+5 to the lady of my choice.
Yep.
I don't know what it was anymore, but I'll give it to her.
I can't remember. I think it might have been a teddy bear. What's that? It might have been a bear or something like that.
I don't
Teddy bear.
remember.
Okay, you give that to her.
But yeah, whatever that was.
Okay, you give her a gift, and she likes it.
Okay.
So she gives you a big hug after that. They give you a kiss on the cheek.
Ryan and
Be
Olorin are
safe.
getting lucky when we get back.
He's gonna have a threesome.
So, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right,
Extension.
Yeah.
so we're on our way to Thistletop. So you know the general location that you're supposed to go. Shalelu gave you guidance.
And seeing I was kind of there already, would I know roughly where I'm going?
Yeah, you know the area fairly well.
Is this a mountain?
Not really, no.
Okay. Nope, no, I'm just wondering. 'Cause I would have bonuses if it was a mountain.
No, it's not. It's more of a plains kind of area
Okay, no, that's
until you
fine.
get there. So you eventually make your way there, though, and you've heard it's not the easiest thing to get to, like to actual Thistletop, but you know the general area that you need to get to.
What would Thistle Top
Yeah.
be not a mountain?
You'll understand.
Okay.
Big map.
Hold on, I might be able to change that background. Oh no, background is black. I don't know why it's like that, but okay. I hate the white. NWA.
Huh?
No white's allowed. Okay. So you make your way, and you see entering into this is kind of an open area, and all you see along all that's black here is a massive dome of like thickets.
Thistles.
Thistles. Yeah,
What's
that's
this?
exactly what it is.
Okay.
And your horses are kind of staged up behind you, and this is the area Shalila led to. And she mentioned it was kind of a maze, and you'll just have to bumble your way through it.
Okay.
Now what?
Do we just kind of start
So-
going at it then?
No.
You remember that Shalila said she would meet you here, and you don't see her anywhere.
Can we do like some tracking checks or something?
So
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
Way, on the way to Thistletown, Thistletop, I cast Familiar, and I have an owl
Okay.
on my shoulder.
Alright.
What do you want me to roll for that?
Nature check if you're trying to track her.
Well, then 8.
8? Okay.
Earl.
On the way to Thistletop.
Anyone who wants to look for signs of Shalelu, yes, can make a nature check.
On the way
Yeah,
to
I do.
Thistletop, I want to ask Brian. That's a nice steed. What's its name?
Longhorn.
You don't remember?
I got a 9.
Shadowfax.
Snickers?
I don't know.
Brony.
What's that?
Brony. My bro pony.
No.
Would Puff have the? No, Puff won't have that, would he?
Go puff puff give.
Ow.
You think he stole this horse? I'd have more respect for him if he did.
I don't know. But
What do you want us to roll? Nature?
It's a tool for me.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Can we roll perception?
what a tool!
Or
Not
can
for
my
tracking.
owl roll perception and do a flyover?
Sure. And you can see through your owl's eye, right?
Yeah.
So, all this that's black, pretty much,
I was thinking about
which
doing
is
that
a
left.
lot of it. Well, shit, actually. Ah!
It's always so white.
So Johnson.
So most of for a good long ways. This is a big map.
My horse's name
It's
is
slow.
Giggity. There you
Whoa,
Whoa!
whoa, man,
Giggity.
whoa, man.
Whatever your name is, go.
Whoa, giggity.
Your horse needs a name. You got to come up with a name. That's fucking pathetic.
My horse name is Fred.
Is it Fred?
No, it's my horse.
Is it Bill?
Okay, so
Giggity.
Welly.
there's a large area
Write it down.
that you're flying over, and it's literally covered in thickets. Up here, larger, there's a small area where it's like some smoke is kind of billowing out of the thickets, up in the northwestern side. But as you fly over farther yet, you see.
Oh, hang on. Everybody else close their eyes. It's my owls. I don't think you can see this.
Oh, I got my eyes closed.
Alright, it's closed.
Who's touching me?
Okay, yeah, because I'll have to move this. Everyone, close their eyes for real. He's not joking. He's not fucking joking.
We're playing Heads Up 7 Up right now.
You for real?
You can go up to 100 feet.
Just gotta watch.
Oh, you can only go 100 feet.
100 feet.
Okay, never mind. You can't even get.
Okay.
Well, no, because you can see in the distance. That's fair. That's fair with this guy. All right.
Yeah, 100 feet from me. And then I can still see up to...
It's in here.
Depends on how high is in the air. How far can you see?
Fucking A, man. This isn't working. You
Who's
see
watching him?
you see a large building on a separate island. You don't have to keep your heads closed because I can't fucking get it anyways.
Okay.
Nobody? Really? No.
I don't even know the. Oh, yeah. Forgot that.
You never played Heads Up 7 Up?
I did, but I forgot all about it.
I don't know. I don't remember how to play.
Just
It's a white game.
something. You gotta pick who
So you see an island with lots of large buildings. There's like an attached kennel that seems to have a bunch of dogs in it. And
dogs?
too hard for his owl to say.
Okay.
But you do see. Wait, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Figured it out. So we need to close our eyes.
I didn't have it set to all players to show see light. So that's why you weren't seeing anything. I just want to make sure everyone's working now. So that doesn't happen again. Okay. Alright, so you see a large island connected by a rope bridge past these thickets. And you see some like some goblins patrolling the area outside, and you see, like I said, you see the smoke rising from the northwest part of the thickets, and you see just a large island with a fairly large.
Like, when you say island, you mean like there's water around it?
Yes, you guys can hear the ocean from here, easy, and you're right on the coast. You can smell the salt in the air, and all these thickets are damp,
Okay.
like with like kind of ocean mist.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was trying to pull it out so you could get it because it was stuck underneath.
What?
Come on.
Anyways,
So I saw a kennel of dogs.
In what direction?
I don't know.
Which way did your owl fly?
Was it in front of us? Is it
I don't know.
It's-
It didn't say.
generally everything you've seen is this way.
Okay.
Off to
North?
it's just plains off to the other side.
Okay, so we need to basically go north.
Yes, you do know that you're trying to get north.
In Shalelu was
So that's where I
nowhere
saw-
to be seen.
where did I
How to get through this thicket of maze or this maze of thickets? it's impossible to say from above because it's covered.
Yeah.
Is it
Did you see
dry?
Shalelu at all?
Is the area dry?
No.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like it's not gonna burn.
No, I just said that.
So I didn't see any other.
Oh.
I just saw goblins. I didn't see any other humans or creatures or.
No. The goblins you saw patrolling like the outside of this large building.
How many?
You saw 4, each riding goblin dogs.
Okay. Could I kind of turn to Drakna and say, hey, could you make a check to see if you could track Shalelu at all?
That's why I was asking if it was a mountain, because then I would have advantage. Ooh, I got a 16 plus. What did they said? Nature.
Nature.
Nature, yeah.
19.
19 is good enough. So over by this tree, over here, you see a small little, barely remnants of a camp set up. And you also see over just a few feet from the tree, you see what looks like a scuffle that happened. And you see some blood on the ground. And you see like drag marks getting pulled
In that direction.
in that direction. The drag marks eventually disappear. It's not like you can follow them forever, but definite drag marks.
So we know we at least gotta go that way.
I think if Shalelu's in trouble, we need to go find her now.
Well, I know, but
Let's head north. Brian will take the lead.
how do you get to the things?
Well, we'll find it.
Can, we roll,
Alright.
can I roll for nature?
Yeah, maybe
or,
you want to go
or-
take the
or,
lead. I don't know.
Or
What's he proficient at? He's proficient in tracking.
Yeah,
Oh, you definitely should take the
He's
lead.
a ranger.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say basically each area, in order to keep following the trail, you'll have to do another nature check. Does that seem
that's
fair?
fine.
Every,
That's why I was
10
wondering if I
feet,
needed,
20 feet.
need to do a perception check, like you see, like here's the opening, or
No, just every area. I'll tell you when.
16.
16? Oh yeah, well, you can see the drag marks clearly go through here. And upon further inspection, it looks like the thickets are thinner here, and they can be spread apart.
So they're like the thorn thick crap, like
Yeah, most of this is too thick. I mean, you could
Right.
hack through it after hours of work, but this, there's not as many thorns here, and you can spread it
okay,
apart.
so
Yeah,
the
it's,
goblins are already.
I'll
so
be
high, though,
immediately
too.
behind Drakna, giving him like
okay.
backup.
First of all, what do we do with the horses? Do we tie them up, or just we slap them on the ass and let them ride back?
I would have tied my horse up, yeah.
I don't know what are you doing.
Who, me? Shut up. I said the horses.
Oh.
What do we do with the horses?
I would have
You,
tied
you
mine up.
tie
Oh,
them
that's
off.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't think we're gonna ride through this thicket with these horses on.
No, you're not. Like this area, you guys.
Because it's set up for goblins.
Here, this is an open area. This is about where the open
Right.
area
No,
is.
but what I'm saying is
this you're gonna have to crawl through basically on your hands and knees. So, do you push the brush aside?
I don't know. I tell them guys, it's like, hey, it goes here.
I think we need to follow him.
Anybody? Well, actually, when
So
I
here, let me
if I
let me
know it's
read a little
goblins,
bit.
I should have advantage because it is my
That'll
right.
sure. Yeah,
I mean-
I'll allow that. But
But are you a ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so the briars and thistles that grow so rampantly in the Nettlewood, and you guys have came through there, but there's been a pronounced trail. They're even more dense and tangled here, close to the shore. Although not quite dense enough to block the sound of the waves crashing on the unseen shores to the west, the undergrowth is certainly thick, enough to block sight and access to the coast. Few trees grow this close to the edge of the sea, but the briars themselves often reach heights to rival what trees would. Here, the patch is nearly 20 feet high, so it's not like something you can just, oh, I'm going to jump over or anything like that.
Yep.
And then, John, you see this. Well, if you
My-
decide to
My
pull
owl
that back.
gives him advantage on tracking
Okay, so yeah, you just have advantage. Okay.
Okay.
all the time.
So I get 3 then? No, just kidding. No, that's fine. Oh, then that's fine because I could have prime. More, yeah, I can't say it.
So you don't have to
Yes.
track yet. Primeval awareness. You can use your action to spend one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness and for 1 minute per level spell. You can sense with a found type creature present in them. Oh, yeah. Yep, that'd work.
But if he's giving me his owl, I don't mean.
I wouldn't use that right
Okay.
now, though,
Yep,
because
no, that's fine.
you know there's goblins here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So either way.
So yeah, just whenever you tell me that.
So you guys want to crawl through this?
Yeah.
Not really, but probably have
So
to.
there's this 4-foot high tunnel that winds through the dense briars and nettles. The floor is hard packed earth with patches of wiry plants growing stubbornly here and there, and you see a small area that you can go through.
Do we have to do like a acrobatics or survival to get through this? Or can we
No,
just-
nope.
I guess I'll push through and go on to the other side.
So while you guys are climbing through here, you have a -4 penalty on attack rolls and a -4 penalty to AC.
Through the forest?
While you're crawling through these nettles, yeah.
Jesus.
No, just for that little short section, or just
No. Like while you're in here, unless stated otherwise.
-4 on AC too.
Jesus Christ.
Christ. We need to get through here and get through here quick.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's gonna take the lead?
Probably Drakna
Well,
and I'll take
yeah.
a
Alright, then
second.
let's get going.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll push through the other. Push on through to the other side.
Okay. So push on through the other side.
Break on through.
Is it break on through?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pushing through. Right?
Yeah, break on through.
Well,
So
you gotta-
Drakna pushes through, and you see the tunnel. There's a little type of passage that goes.
Well, I'm moving up so everybody can get in.
Okay.
Moving on up.
To the east side.
We're going east.
Ooh.
Okay. So yeah, there's a pathway that leads
We need to go north.
east.
I was
And
gonna say that. I think that's the one tunnel you
Where
said
can
you
you
should house.
check? Do a check to see which way we need to go.
The most worn path. Got a. I think it's a 3. 18.
$18.
Yep.
Yeah, clearly it's still pretty obvious that we're heading north here.
Okay.
So do we want to break through again?
Yep.
I'm gonna do a perception check to make sure that
Yeah, I
there's
was
no
gonna just
traps
say
set.
somebody needs to do a perception
Okay.
check while we're.
Someone else needs to do it.
Nope, you did it. What'd you get?
Natty.
Nat 1? Yeah, clearly no traps.
That's good. Not for traps. I'm hearing like voices like you hear.
I
goblins.
I rolled for traps.
Oh, somebody do voices.
Fuck, I just trapped Nevel.
See you guys later.
Just delete them.
I'm gonna sit this one up. Ouch. That hurts.
Okay. I never said dynamic lighting was perfect, but
Yeah.
Oh.
okay.
Oh shit, that's gonna be that word. 13.
Dude,
Okay,
just switch your
so-
place.
You see
It was rolling good.
drag marks that head north and east.
But I wouldn't know which one would be the same drag mark.
No.
Is anybody good in wisdom?
Yeah, I think we need to go west.
Which group?
Why?
You just bullshit me?
Deception check.
What do you-
Jesus Christ.
Let me just do wisdom.
What,
Like, what do you
what
wanna
was it
roll?
you
What
said
do you
east?
wanna roll?
Because
Two drag marks east and west?
What is?
Nature. Check.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait,
I think
no,
we
nature
should
check
split
is
the party.
intelligence. Do that.
Yeah.
I can't
Both
track
of
for
those.
shit.
I got 20 for a nature check.
20?
Yeah.
And what are you trying to track? Still, yeah, it's still too hard to tell what these drag marks are. The ground's been hard packed, and it both look fairly free,
Do it first. Oh,
fresh
shit.
and recent. Fresh and recent.
I'm gonna do a perception and see if I can see like torn clothing of Shelley-Lou. So if you're pulling her through this briars, maybe I can snag her clothes.
That's with your nature
Oh, okay.
check, and
No,
yeah,
okay. Okay.
there's no indication.
Okay.
No matter how good you roll, there's just not
So
an
there's
indication
only-
of which is.
North and west? North and east?
From here, you can see there's only north and east. Yes,
Oh,
do you guys
so
think?
not this.
not west. No, this is west.
Okay.
So from where I saw, what I saw with my owl, do I know that we still need to go north?
You would think
Yeah, I
that,
mean, you know you need to push north, the general direction north, no matter what.
Okay, so that would be general north. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll go that way.
Let's just keep going.
General Mills.
Okay. So, As you make it up to this point, you see the drag marks now separate to right and some keep going north.
13. Again, mother.
13 too hard, definitely too hard to tell which
Can I roll
way
again?
you should go.
I got 19.
19.
What's the most recent?
It's you see like cloth scraps of cloth going north, but you see heavier drag marks going to the right. Too hard to tell.
Can he send his owl out again? Or no?
I mean, it's pretty thick, isn't it?
What we can fix, yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys are crawling hands and knees right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel
Crawling
like
through the
if
thistles.
Shalelu was dragged, it might be the heavier marks.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Well, what about the clothing, though?
Could we go up and
the clothing?
investigate the clothing part?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So yeah, anyone that cares to can.
Brian will.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll let everybody know.
Since he's doing that, I'm gonna investigate wherever that big ass hole thing is.
So anyone can make a perception check of the clothing if they want to.
I'm going to do my best.
I got a nat 20.
Do I see this boulder?
I have 18 on the clothing.
I got a nat 20.
You don't know for a fact that this is Shalelu's clothes, but it does match the color she was wearing.
Well, I was gonna say I got a nat 20.
And what were you were investigating the clothing, or were you investigating the hole?
I guess the hole.
Okay. So yeah, you go over and you check out this hole, and this hole seems to have tons of like shit's been pushed down into this hole, and you can kind of
So it's
look
like
in
a
here.
garbage pit.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, there's
Okay.
you look down and you see waves crashing down, like it's like some type of cove. So this is almost like a cave underneath here. But you also do notice that there's still drag marks that continue going east.
That way too.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and that's the heavier ones, as like
Yep.
than what the other side.
Yep.
Is. Okay.
I do let everybody know that the color of clothing that I saw up there did match Shalelu, but I couldn't tell them for sure that that was Shalelu's clothing.
And I'd say that there's really heavy drag marks this way. But she was an elf.
I was going to say, Shalala was light. Why would she be giving heavy drag marks?
I wonder if
She
know
did it
what?
on purpose.
Or it was like a deer.
So I got our horses already. Can I do a perception check on like if I hear noises like goblins actually?
Yeah.
Would that be advantage?
Yeah. Sure.
I got a. Would that still be a nature then with the?
Yeah, and we'll say you have advantage since they're goblins.
It would be 17.
You so you definitely see goblin tracks everywhere here. But yeah, you actually think you might hear some goblin like chittering
Because I know their speak.
north.
I can speak Goblin as well.
Okay. So I didn't know what I mean if I hear like elf.
So coming from this passage.
Yep. Okay. So I hear something. I hear goblins that way, north. So I guess we'll keep going north.
Yeah, I'd probably go.
Everyone in agreement?
And I tell them about the garbage pit hole.
Okay.
Just in case.
So it just looks like, for that water hole, it just looks like they're dumping.
Yeah, they're shit
Is
hole.
there blood anywhere around it?
All around it generally.
That's their garbage
Well,
pit, basically. To be
Not all around it, no, but there is some.
Blood?
So and the track marks lead left with pretty easy discernibility. And
Well, there's,
make me a nature check.
18.
And you guys do hear that noise. What just played.
That's their warn horn. Would I
No.
know that as their?
Everyone can make me another perception or nature check.
I rolled 21 for nature.
Nature?
So did I.
You some large creature, and that sound came from that hole.
From that hole?
From the hole. Maybe perturbed by you guys looking down at it or something.
Okay, I got a 13, but that probably.
I was gonna say I got a 21.
I think they're feeding something down that hole, is what I said.
What do you think they would be feeding?
Whatever that sound was.
You think
Do we
maybe
need to
they
go
would throw
back and
Shalelu down
investigate
there?
it, or do we need to go find a Shaylu?
I don't know.
Can you fly your owl down there?
No, he said we're on our hands and knees right now.
No, but I could.
But down the hole it wouldn't be.
I could get rid of my familiar and cast a fish or octopus.
Ooh, dude, that may be dangerous.
Well,
We wouldn't do him.
It'll die. Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
get eaten immediately.
Oh, somebody's
So
like,
I-
Can we do that?
It'll take me a minute. I gotta
Is that a spell slot?
for the rituals.
But couldn't your owl fly down the hole?
You could,
Yeah.
Why don't you just do that?
Cause I could send Puff.
because it has a
see
6
what
foot
he-
wingspan. Is it?
I mean, how big
How
is
big's
this
the
hole?
It's a
hole?
5-foot hole.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit.
So I would do a fish and just drop her in there.
It's not as easy. It's a ritual. It takes a while to cast a ritual.
Well,
I can. We just have to take a few minutes to go back and sit there for a minute.
I
You
think
guys
it's
wanna
be
go?
worth it to see what
Yeah.
the heck is down
Okay.
there.
yeah, because
Because Shalalu's down there, I want to go save her.
Right.
Okay, this one we are going to leave back. We'll just retcon
Yeah.
that you guys are over here.
Yep.
Overlooking the hill.
Alright, so as we're walking back, I'll...
Everyone close your eyes except for Juan.
Okay.
And Juan, this is what you see.
I see a pair of tits.
Oh, damn, nigga! We're all dead.
The hell? Hold on, something's up.
I do have black friends, though, so I can say that.
Well, technically, you're a minority, so.
No, John, we are the biggest minority.
I'm bigger. I'm a worse. Yeah,
No, it's something like blocking.
I'm
blocking
like
the
bigger
view, and it
minority
shouldn't be.
though than you.
This doesn't make any sense. What is blocking us? Okay, hold on. Fuck it. I'm just gonna get rid of.
Everybody?
No, I'm just gonna get rid of the.
Come on, I'm sleepy.
This.
So, where are we at? Like, where would the hole be?
Like, you don't really know.
Okay.
Ignore it. You just see what's down
So I
there.
just dropped it down.
Yeah.
And this is...
And you drop the fish down, and it has no choice but to swim, and this
Sure.
thing jumps in and eats your fish almost
I mean,
immediately.
yeah. Okay.
Alright, hold on. 1 sec. Okay.
Good?
Yep.
Yeah.
we're good.
So as that happens, as my fish got ate by that, I just scream out loud.
We're like, what'd you see?
I say it was hard to see. All I saw was water splashing everywhere. And just instantaneously, I just saw a creature open its mouth and swallow me. It looked like it could have been a whale or a seal / shark. It just
Seal shark.
Something we don't need to take care of as of this moment.
no, it definitely was. It didn't have any legs. It was fins and a tail. I was like, it was definitely waterborne.
Let's continue on then.
So, are you guys trying to be stealthy through here?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
I mean-
kind of tracking and stuff.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
as best as we can is being.
Right. So you guys can peer in here, and you can see there's drag marks that go to this, and you see a small area of goblins from where you're standing. And everyone make me a stealth check just to make sure they weren't
Do I have-
spotted.
I want to have advantage on that. No, I'm just making sure.
14.
14,
19.
19. Nevel,
17.
Brian,
3.
4. And that catches one particular goblin off kilter. And he comes out to check it out. And one of you, everyone make me a dexterity check.
Would I have advantage on that?
Natural 20.
Because it's my favorite enemy.
Stop trying to get advantage on everything.
No, because it's my favorite. I
No,
have advantage.
you don't have
such.
advantage on it.
Dex, you said?
Yep.
7.
50.
17.
Natural 20.
Natural
plus-
20?
Plus 3.
You are the one that sees this. You have one reaction to try to take this goblin down.
And what is my reaction?
Something that doesn't make noise.
Something that doesn't make noise and it doesn't have that much, or it takes up at least 10 damage.
Let me get back to my prepared spells.
So this goblin, yeah, kind of comes around the corner, it sees you, and you see it, and it starts pointing at it, but it's like so like, perturbed. It can't get any words out or anything like that. It just keeps pointing at you, and it's scrambling for its bow. And it's pulling its bow out.
And I cast
It's drawing it back.
Witch Bolt. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards the creature within range.
Does that make noise?
Yeah, a little bit. Not enough. What kind of noise does it make?
Doesn't really necessarily say noise. I mean, crackling lightning.
I'm trying to get you to do your sound.
Too loud. I don't think that was it, but alright.
Okay.
That's the crackling lightning.
All right. What's the damage? What's the save?
What?
What's
Up a noise.
What was the
A
noise?
ranged spell attack.
okay? So you make the attack.
Ace. 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Well, technically I have advantage on wisdom and
Oh my god.
intelligence checks. But it's
I didn't do that.
I did. So basically, if I'm doing nature, it's still going to be the same thing.
Rearrange 11, you can spell Nevel.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
I just do my roll plus my spell attack bonus. That's right.
Why is he laying down?
Fuck.
Right?
Why is he laying down?
I was butt fucking.
You did.
Just
I'm not gonna answer you.
because I put my thumb on it and it hurt. When I stood up.
Okay, I buy it. What now?
I rolled a 6. I just had that though. The 5, right?
You add 20.
So stupid.
Yes, it's...
No, 11 is not enough to hit its AC. So it crackles into the thorns next to it, and it kind of and freaks out and roll initiative.
Way to go, Wine.
Should have done something.
And what you can see from here, though, is that where those goblins are standing, it opens up into a much larger area.
So we need to
One
get
where you
there.
could possibly fight better.
Of course I get natural 20 now. Come on.
So,
I know.
What's your total? Because natural doesn't count.
23.
Goblins have a...
I got a 20.
Goblins got a 6.
I got 14.
Wrong. 14. No.
What did you start?
9. Olorin.
Are they wearing clothes?
Goblins, yeah.
Okay.
Now they're
So
just
I cast
making-
Firebolt. So
mix
it's
the swinging.
23 to hit.
Oh, yes.
And then a hit takes 1d fire damage and any flammable
1d fire damage?
1d10 fire damage.
Okay.
He just takes all the fire damage.
1d.
Oh, it's being born.
Okay.
So-
Put on your boner robes.
Throw those in the pit.
So we're still crouched down too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
That's an 8.
So, yeah, you did take your -4 to hit, right?
Oh, so what was it? 21 minus
It still hits, yeah.
minus 4.
You hit 23.
It was a 23.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
6.
20 something.
6 damage?
Yeah.
Kills it.
It does not.
What was that for?
1d10 fire
You hit
damage.
it and it goes, "Bleh." Okay, whose turn?
So it's on fire.
No. And I can't shoot my bow.
Drakna.
I can't shoot my bow down here, can I? Like this.
Yeah, you can, but you just have. That's why you have disadvantage. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, I got a disadvantage on the.
Or not disadvantage, you have -4 penalty.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck the -4 penalty, yes. While you're crawling, you have disadvantage and a -4 penalty to AC. It's easier to remember disadvantage.
-4 on rolls. Is that what you said?
No, disadvantage on rolls now. Forget the -4 AC. I'm still converting Pathfinder rolls to you know what I
Whatever
mean.
you want.
I'm gonna miss either way, so.
Come on, 2 nat 20s.
I'm gonna fucking run my ass up there.
Yeah, I bet you a
You can't write it crawling.
-4 on attack roll.
You didn't say anything about
No,
movement speed.
disadvantage.
I did 14, so that does
14 just misses.
just misses. So it's 15 if he needs a hit.
So my turn?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, I want to move as far into the goblin area as I can. Will I get
I'm
my...
gonna take out the whole tribe.
Opportunity attack.
Well, if I...
You want to move as far as you can.
Well, I mean... Like, right there, like... Nope. Like,
You won't. You know you don't take an attack until you leave there.
Okay, but like how far in, like, before, like, maybe it opens up a little bit? Like,
Just
where does
stand
that
up.
open up at?
Probably right here.
Opens
Yeah.
up like here.
Okay. How far could I move?
Here.
That's as far as I can move?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, and then I'll swing at the goblin.
Are you still using your rancier?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh well, if you left that area, you would take an opportunity attack. So you're gonna stay here. Or you're gonna go over here.
I'll hit it before I move my full distance.
Gotcha. Yep. Perfect.
Natural 20.
Okay. You
We
can
got,
Okay.
we got disadvantage.
you severed its spinal cord in one.
Okay. And then...
Oh, you do have disadvantage. Fuck. Yeah. Thank God. Okay, you hit it and kill it. Well, Brian's damage is like plus a billion, so
It's like +7. or
anytime
something
anything
like
has less than like 7 health, it's dead no matter what.
that. It is like +6 or
basically.
7.
Yeah.
Who's not?
So, I'm still taking disadvantage, ain't I?
Yes. Let's take your next move.
Yeah.
Then you're in.
Whose turn is it?
The goblins. No, wait. I take that back. Neville.
I can't hit him behind him, can I?
You can have to.
Yeah,
move
you can.
anyway.
You can shoot through one person without any worries.
I'll go to there. I'll dash to there.
Okay, you don't have to use a dash.
I don't? I thought I was 35.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Are they aware?
Yeah, they're aware now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If Juan would have made his attack at first, they wouldn't have been.
Ooh, that's a 23.
First one you see?
This one right
Okay,
here.
yep.
I didn't even know you had it.
That's what I should have done.
What's that?
I should have did inspiration.
Oh,
Damn.
Roll on that.
12?
Yeah.
dead.
Right through the head.
Really?
Drops instantly.
Hey, look at me, guys.
I like, put like my hand back like that, give him like a little high five.
Yeah, I'm
All
starting
right,
to come
nice.
around.
Not
Yeah, all of a sudden you weren't really aware, and all of a sudden
Hey,
arrow
Neville.
whizzes by your head, drops one right away.
Neville. Or the
Goblins?
I go like this.
All
That was,
right.
that was a chief, guys. You guys know that?
1,
Take your fun.
2,
That's
3,
That's my penis.
4.
They can't all attack me, right?
No, they can't all reach. Well,
Good.
I mean,
I can only go through one person.
so yeah, what we're actually gonna do is that every single one's gonna get an attack.
God
The
damn.
first one has a melee attack. The rest of them have to shoot their bow. Just wait, it's not all bad.
Not all bad, just one is.
Why did you go in front?
Why not?
Nat 20.
This
Nat
one?
20.
19.
Much of that orange one hits.
Well, they all rolled like 20, so yeah, I'm dead.
Okay, so these two in back, they're shooting their bows, and they actually smoke the two in front of them.
Ah,
I don't need intelligence.
I never hit you guys.
That's true.
Just saying.
So they hit these two guys.
It'd be
here.
worse.
So these two guys shoot their bows, and they hit him and him.
Okay. No, I'm just.
Um,
That's
Jesus
hilarious.
Christ.
I don't know if they're gone, but
They're hurt.
I feel like something's wrong here.
Yeah, they all should have died. No.
They were actually kicking more ass than they thought.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
Trust me, that's not it.
I got a +1/+1 against goblins.
Okay. Yeah, we're okay. Alright, one does 6 damage. No, one does... So the first one... The shot killed. Back of the head by his own guy. And then this guy doesn't get hit. Or, does get hit, sorry. And then it's gonna take... But he is the guy that's gonna do a shit ton of damage to you.
Great. There's no one rolling that.
Yep. And he deals 6.
6?
No, I wish it was just 6. 13 damage.
No, I mean, he rolled another 6.
Then the blue guy deals 7 damage.
Which one's the blue guy?
Well, my blue guy.
Oh.
Then does a 16 hit your AC?
It matches.
Matches? Okay. Then shit, you got 3 more attacks coming.
-4.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. So this plus 6. They're all 3 1s.
Are you
So
serious?
I rolled 3 1s.
Jesus Christ.
So, but that's still 9 damage.
wow.
But okay.
Jesus Christ, I'm still fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Over in...
I still got a goblin
Olorin.
camp though.
Fireball!
Yeah, where's... yeah, I was gonna say, might as well move us up. You're gonna have to move in so the rest of us can get in, because we can't fight.
That's funny, man.
I'll do Firebolt again.
You hear me?
No.
Well, you're gonna have to either move one of us because we can't get in.
No, this doesn't have like a. It's just instantaneous to the creature.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
What's that?
You hurl a bolt of fire at a creature or object within range.
Spell attack.
Make a ranged spell attack against the creature.
Yeah.
So a bolt of fire just shoots in front of me.
You do a spell attack though.
No, I know, but
They don't have a saving throw or anything.
would it hit you guys?
No.
That's what you were saying.
You don't have Fireball yet, do you?
No,
No.
just a scroll.
Firebolt. Oh, you have a scroll to Fireball?
Yeah.
No, it's just on a target.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not
I
a
wouldn't-
cone or anything.
No, I wouldn't hit anybody.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
I thought you were asking.
I was.
So I got a dumb question.
You yelled at me before.
No, because it was confusing.
It's not
Whatever.
fighting.
So, oh, disadvantage.
Should have Harrington ready to go with that.
I had 11 and a 16. Do I take the 11? Plus 5. 16 to hit.
16 hits. Wait, Fireball?
Fire bolt.
Oh, okay. I keep hearing Fireball. Okay, which one are you hitting?
I would take one with full health.
Yeah, I'll hit the one right in front of.
Okay. What's your
Then I
damage?
see 1d10.
Okay.
2.
2? Not enough.
Are you gonna move? Or not move?
You did.
Yeah, he did move.
Yeah, that's probably my full 30 right there.
Brian.
No.
Yeah, because I moved you guys
No,
up.
it's
Remember,
Brian
you're like,
now.
yeah, just
No, it's
move
me. It's next. He just went, so he was already there. So he needs to move, or I can't
I
do
wasn't.
anything.
No, he wasn't there.
I was way back here.
Oh,
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
And you're like,
sorry.
yeah,
I
you
got
guys
got
didn't
mixed up.
move.
No, my sorry.
So, I mean,
Sorry.
you can start back here if you want to figure out your movement.
No, that's fine. I can't do anything anyway because I can't shoot for more than one person, right?
You can, you just have disadvantage, and you have a. So you
I already have
You
disadvantage.
can shoot through him for free. You have a 10% chance of hitting him, 20% chance of hitting him.
Yeah, our enemy already had a disadvantage already.
Did Puff roll initiative?
You know what?
Puff doesn't roll initiative. That's not how it works.
He is my initiative. I can actually roll.
Oh, he's on your initiative.
Like,
So
yeah,
how's
good.
that?
Him you could send through, no
That's what
problem.
I'm saying. Can
My
how's
familiar,
that?
you roll initiative.
So yeah, you just send him through and do his attack.
Yep. I just forgot about him. Been a while. Then I use.
And he wouldn't have disadvantage. He doesn't have to stand. He's tiny.
Yep. So he's got a straight up 16, so I know that's gonna hit. before I
Yep,
even
that's
add
gonna hit,
anything.
and that's enough to kill him. He doesn't have enough health left to say any.
I didn't say I was gonna attack that one. That's good.
Were you gonna attack something different?
No. It's fine.
Okay. All right, who's next?
gonna take you seriously.
Then it's
next
me.
time.
Brian.
Brian?
Oh, so
Where
that's your
can I
turn?
step into
Yeah,
where I
your turn.
wouldn't,
Someone can use a
where I
one.
could stand up finally?
Because it would be too powerful if I could use it.
Here, yeah.
Yeah,
Once I
I'm
get
doing
to
that then.
attacks,
Okay.
then I can do
And
it.
then I'm going to swing at the closest goblin.
Which there's 3 closest goblins.
Any of them, I don't
Go
care.
through all 3 of them.
The
Because
one in
what I
front,
thought
the one
about-
to the left, one.
To
Between
the
those two.
left of me.
Okay,
Or, like, south.
Towards you.
this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 7, 23.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dead.
Okay.
That does it. Then that means he goes
And
to
then
the
I am
next one.
going to swing another one.
Yep.
Plus 7 is 10.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
15 or best.
Who's next?
Nevel.
Nevel Neerwin. Is it Nevel of Neerwin or Nevel Neerwin?
I don't think Neerwin's a play.
Can be if you want it to be.
Nope.
Okay.
He's a Magnamar.
Oh right. Right there.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay. Yep. Nope. And you don't provoke any opportunities or anything. Yes, you would. You
He's got
provoke
the
an
button.
opportunity attack from this one, Jamie.
Oh, forget it then. I'll stay there. And I'll stay there.
Right.
And I'll
Okay.
That one.
Gotcha.
You got your +1/+1 sword.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
No, I don't. But I missed on both.
Did you sell it?
Yeah.
I had an advantage and I missed.
I didn't know he sold it.
Horribly on both. Okay. Who's next? The goblins.
Yep.
Okay. The goblins are gonna split up a little bit now. They can't do that. What the fuck is going on? Oh, okay. He can sit there. And then this one's gonna come down here. So 2 are gonna attack Nevel.
Oh, I got
They have advantage since there's 2 of them. So it does a 17 hit.
I cast shield.
Okay, and then it doesn't.
Nope.
Okay, they have advantage, so I don't know if that's.
Oh, I
wait,
thought you called that already. Fuck.
okay, that is the highest one.
Oh,
So
alright.
your shield works.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 was the highest.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
So yeah, one of them once manages to connect with you, and your shield blocks it. No problem. Okay, and then Brian. It's not fair, man. They have advantage too. So
Oh, because they're tiny.
No,
okay,
They're
so
by me.
21, 23, and 18. I figured, but it's best to ask. 8 damage.
I'm down.
Since I got Puff, can he do Cure Wounds if I tap Puff instead on his shoulder?
That's much easier to tell. Hey, I'm down.
Yep.
Okay.
Or win?
What now? Olorin?
Yep.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 9
To do what?
to attack.
How?
Firebolt again. I was just
Okay.
using Firebolt.
Okay. Which one?
Does that hit?
A 20?
Oh, I have disadvantage.
Oh
To
shit.
the 9? No.
9, no.
9 plus 5.
Well, is
Oh,
it still
9
having-
plus 5?
14.
14 just misses.
Is that still in that tunnel there?
Yeah.
Yeah. This where Brian's standing.
Was that his full movement?
What? Well, no, not technically, but
Have-
he can move through these two.
Well,
I didn't
don't
need to move. I was
back because I can't. Reach.
Yeah, I didn't plan on moving.
I can't meet
I'll
Brian
Okay, there you go. So you're gonna.
I'll move to the
because I
side.
can do
let
Cure
him-
Wounds on Brian.
Okay. All right.
Let him in.
So
If
Olorin's
you want
done.
me to waste
Is that
my-
what?
yeah.
Is it your
Or
turn?
unless you want me to.
Whose
not
turn
do
is it?
I don't know. I can't see the thing.
Neville?
No, I just
No.
win.
That is Olorin.
No, it's
Directly.
Olorin.
I'll miss again if you want.
So you run up to Brian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll cast Wound or Hear Wounds,
Okay.
and that's what. Hear Wounds.
It's almost better if I just leave it on, ain't it? Because then it doesn't blind.
This is fine. That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
at all.
Yeah, same.
Cure Wounds is 1d8 plus my spell modifier plus, so plus 3. So I roll that.
Yep.
Go for it.
That's right. 7.
total?
Plus
Yep.
3.
Plus the 3, yeah.
7 plus 3?
Yeah.
No, 7 total.
Okay, yeah.
That's it.
Hey, it's something.
Yeah, you're up.
You're up.
Yep, you're up. And then it's your turn.
It gives
Alright.
you a little blue pill, and you're up.
I go.
Alright then, do I have advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to...
Against
the one in
these
front
two.
of me.
Well, against these 3.
Okay, well I'll do the one directly in front of me.
Okay.
And then so, yeah, I'll roll advantage for that. Oh yeah, totally hit that.
He means the one in front of him.
Take a roll it. Get 3 roll that. Or do I have to take this? I don't know.
That I don't know. I think you have to take the second one.
Okay, that's fine. So 5. So 7.
You have to kill it.
That means you go on to the next one.
Yes, I get to go to the next one.
And you get
Which one do you want to
advantage.
go?
The one right in front of Nevel.
Okay.
You got advantage.
9 plus 7
Yep.
is...
Yep, that hits 16.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's obliterated. Okay. Alright, and then it's
And,
Nevel.
Yep.
That one's still up.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move there. Disengage. That's a bonus. Then I'll move here,
Okay.
and I'll fire at that one.
Okay.
You should try your sword.
Yeah. No?
Nope.
Alright.
It's
Goblins.
Now it's the goblin's turn.
I don't want to help out the DM, but there's one right here.
shit. Oh,
No, I.
I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Okay. No, that's fine. I
didn't see it either.
I just noticed it.
After the arrow whizzes past his head, he's going to run up to Nevel. This
Ooh.
one's going to continue to pursue Brian.
Brian.
Brian's red, Nevel's green. 16 to hit Brian.
Yeah.
20 to hit Nevel.
No.
Do you need to know?
If it's more
4 for Brian.
Oh, there you go.
3 for Nevel.
Then
it's Olorin.
Olorin?
Yep.
I cast Find Familiar, and I cast a dog to just go up and intimidate the goblin in front of.
You cast Find Familiar?
Well, it's just a ritual.
Yeah, you can't perform a ritual in combat. It
Oh,
takes
10
time.
minutes.
I mean, you can, but combat's going to be over by the time you're done casting your ritual.
Yeah.
Do what's that one? Oh yeah, never mind. You can't do that one either.
Well, now I'll just do Minor Illusion.
Use that brand new crossbow.
Oh shit.
I
Crossbow.
yeah.
Cross bro!
Cost bro.
Like Austin's brony.
I forgot I had a crossbow.
Crossbow.
Oh, no, I got the short bow.
Short bow.
Short bow.
Do it.
I don't like when they make fun of my height.
Jeez, getting to the table.
Was that plus proficiency?
What?
Short bow. You just add your
Your
proficiency.
dex modifier.
Dex modifier and proficiency modifier.
You need a bathroom.
I usually don't use weapons. I'm not used to
I know.
using weapons. So dex plus. I
You-
still don't. I roll an 11 and a 5.
You're not proficient in charcoal.
Oh, okay, so that's not enough.
I didn't put it anyway.
Wait, you roll a straight 11?
Yeah.
What's your dex modifier?
3,
3? And what's your proficiency?
2.
Okay, you hit.
He gets the proficiency bonus.
Not for a wizard.
Not for.
He's not proficient.
They're not proficient in simple weapons or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's like specific, like dagger, course. We were just
We looked
looking
at it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Earlier when we were looking, you said you were. Is the only reason I
Oh.
was thinking we were. Okay. Drakna.
I want to move. Can I move there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know if it was
And you have advantage?
And I got I got 16
Yep, that hits.
for one. Oh, I got advantage, so that's 16 for that one. I'll roll for damage. And I got 7.
Dead.
Okay. Good, I didn't even have to swing my other one.
Alright, Ryan.
Running up to that one.
Ah, Leroy!
I gotta go.
I assume I get advantage for that then.
Are you running up or just running up to here?
Run up to there.
Okay.
Yeah, hit.
Okay. It's dead. What's your modifier?
+5.
+5? Okay, well, you can not kill it. Never mind. It's dead. Of course.
Anything more than a 4, it's dead.
Yep.
I rolled shitty on that him. Nice.
Me too.
Okay.
That was so unlike me.
I know I felt like you.
Can I do like a short rest?
Yeah, you guys feel safe enough to short rest in here around this fire
I
that they
have
had
3
going.
health.
I wanna investigate around. Okay. Look around for anything.
So this 30-foot diameter low ceiling chamber stinks of smoke badly. There's a shallow fire pit smoldering in the center of the floor, and there's 9 tangled like reed and leaf nests that are lining the walls. There's more than 9 there. 12.
Do we see any signs of
Shillelagh?
clothing or anything?
You don't. No.
Okay.
While we're resting, I'm gonna do my ritual and get my owl back.
Okay.
Do we have any inclination of where we should go next?
The other drag marks were the only inclination that you had.
Okay. Okay. I'll follow Drakna wherever he goes, but I gotta go to the restroom.
You gotta go, Jamie?
No.
Did we do perception checks on what was there?
Yeah, so I read that this 30-foot diameter low ceiling chamber stinks of smoke. A shallow fire pit smolders in the center of the floor, while 12 tangled reed and leaf nests line the walls.
We don't know what they were dragging.
No, there's no signs of.
Okay, because that's what we were following. So
Can I look in one of the nests?
Yeah,
Just see what's
did you guys
in
loot the bodies and see if there was anything worse?
they just kind of stink and smell. There's nothing. Most goblins never carry anything worth looting, and you can kind of check everyone's bodies
Are we
out and
still
stuff like
recording or
that.
no?
But yeah, we are.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, there's nothing really too useful or that you'd want to use.
No, because I was just wondering, like you said, we were following the drag mark, so.
roll a hit die or anything?
Yeah, you could roll.
You can roll
I
a hit.
didn't get hit with anything, so.
Okay. There's.
No, nah. I just waited. Yeah, and it weighs. I just.
Your tank really does his job, doesn't he? Absorbing that damage.
Yeah, fucking kidding.
Then he slaughters him when he does hit.
He lays waste, but he fucking takes a lot of.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he has to fight that. You know what I mean? He does. That's why one thing I hate about. I like Flint, but the thing I hate about it is I didn't have nothing long range that was the full.
That's why I always invest in some kind of range weapon.
Well, I don't think he could have done it, could he?
See, I'm the opposite. I like running up. If my character dies and he went out a fucking blaze
Blades
of
of
glory.
glory, yeah.
It's fine if there's a gap or something where it's like, oh shit, I can't get over there. Then
Does this travel this way? Do I know that?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can step out here. It does a little bit. Yeah, it looks like to be another thicket wall.
Like, it's not. You can't go that way.
Yeah, you could. You think you might be able to press them away, press them open.
Okay. Am I gonna roll for that or?
No, you can just press them open if you want
Okay.
to.
Yeah. You want to go? You want to consider going north?
Sure.
Is that tracks going that way?
There is no tracks going this way, but you can clear open and look at. You see the beach.
Okay.
We could do a perception check to see if we can see that monster.
got a pool cue in there.
So yeah, you can even.
How high up are we from the?
It's about 50 feet down.
Oh, okay. Now, is there
It's a
something where we
decent
can
size.
walk along?
And
the
here you
Oh,
can
there's the
take a
island.
look and see the island. Yes. And yep.
This must be that Chopper's Island, huh?
No, Chopper's Isle is right off
Oh,
the
okay.
coast of
What is
Sandpoint.
that?
It's
Skull.
like a little. It's like a banner with a skull hanging on
Look
it.
at it's got solar power.
They need a new roof. Maybe they should invest in
Those
a
are like-
metal roof.
What are those called? Atop castles.
Turret. Or,
Rook.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
A topper. It's a battlement. Right?
Battlements. Yes. Yep, those are battlements. So I had to block them out so you couldn't see what's out.
Okay.
So that's what's that way.
Can my owl go out?
Yeah.
100 feet from me and see.
So I'll tuck back in. I was doing this stealthily too, so nobody can see us.
So you only have 100 feet of movement, and then it has to get recalled, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, is it that it has to get recalled, or it spends its use and it's done?
No, it comes back.
Okay.
So
So
then you close your
yeah,
eyes.
I mean it's basically as far as you can see, but you might be able to get a little bit farther around, and you see a troop of wandering goblins.
Are
And
they
these
sleeping?
goblins, Juan can see with
Oh.
his bird that they're actually like there's a seagull tied up to a stake, and they're throwing rocks at it as it's trying to fly away, like tied to a rope. And they're just laughing and giggling, and the dogs are barking at each other and fighting with each other.
Psychotic bastards.
Yeah, they're fucking insane.
So it looks like we need to go east.
Yeah. Follow the other tracks. Can we go back to the other?
Sure we can. So yeah, you
Go
guys,
east.
you guys head.
You didn't trap them.
I need to quit doing that.
Other entrapment.
So even when my owl's out, my owl has a sight of 120 feet
So
on top of the 100 feet.
I'm
right
taking it.
there.
If we go that direction, it probably takes us to that bridge.
So you want to? So you can go south to where you've already been, or you can go this way.
If we can go east,
East.
let's just go east.
Just keep
I want to
going
follow
east.
that the other track that split up. You remember that you said it was another track?
So this bend you find out leads around right back to
Okay.
that spot. So yeah, you can follow the tracks. No problemo.
Did we come? We didn't come from that direction, did we? But we want to keep going.
So okay, yep. You see tracks that lead south, and tracks that lead, or you see a path that leads north and a path that leads south.
But the tracks are going north.
Yep.
Okay, we're going north. Right? We want to keep going north.
Yep.
I can say we keep rolling if you want me to roll. You forgot a guy.
I don't know.
Okay. I didn't know if he knew. It looked like he was gonna start rolling.
So
out.
everyone
He's
can.
always the forgotten one.
Anyone that wants can make me a nature check.
I still got my advantage.
During our short rest, I started drawing that
no,
creature
actually,
spell, too.
yeah, you can. So
Oh, I mean-
these dogs can see you,
How do I roll
Oh,
something
shit.
now?
and they start barking and yanking and pulling on everything, but they're chained up.
Chained, okay.
Yep.
Do
But
we
there are
want-
drag
Might
marks
go
going
good.
this way, but there's still drag marks going this way.
Want to take care of the dogs or leave them? The chain.
If they're chained up, I can go in there with my rancer and just kill them.
You miss and you break your chain.
Go talk to him. Is that a spell though for you?
Yeah, it's a spell.
Oh, don't waste it.
Okay.
Want me to go out there and kill them?
Says the dude that only has protection spells.
Want me to?
What's that?
I can-
You
I
have
have
Beast
I have
Master.
reach, so if they're chained
Where's my
up, I can just
15-foot
kill 'em.
cone? I can take them out. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I'm a beast master, but
I'll just go in there and kill them.
they're gonna be.
I'm gonna guess that
You could take
since-
3 of them out.
Since they're chained
They're gonna
up
have
there,
to do a.
might be
I think it's.
block, protecting something.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna go in there and kill it.
Okay.
Well, hang on.
Hung on.
Hung on.
Hung on, guys.
Hold on. He's gonna do his
Do
breath
they have
spell and
advantage
do like
'cause
2
they're short?
damage to each of them.
It's probably what's gonna happen.
That's what you did the last time.
Hey, I've got bigger
Come on,
spells, I just
Drakna.
wanna
No,
waste it.
I'll just.
Do your breath spell.
I was going to, but you know
Don't
what?
waste
I'm not
spells.
waste.
Yeah, don't waste spells then.
All right, I'll just stick a couple arrows.
I enlarge them.
I'll go in there and swing.
Okay, is anyone gonna shoot arrows at them? I mean,
I
I
will.
have reach. I don't need to be that close.
I might be able to hit something that's chained up.
alright, so you guys have advantage. Anyone that wants to make a ranged attack on one of these,
Oh boy, I'm gonna hit.
make your attack.
I say make this as quick as possible. Don't torture these animals.
That's what we're not doing. I got a 15.
Yep, that hits.
I got a 20.
You have advantage.
I know. I got 12.
Neville misses.
Oh my
Neville
god!
is the dog
no
that can't
shit.
move.
He hits the chain and it comes after him.
You know what? No, we'll say they have a disadvantage on AC since they are chained. You hit just barely.
Mercy.
Okay, so everyone roll me damage.
9
got,
plus 5. 14.
That one's dead. Which one are you attacking?
I guess I'll take that one.
Okay.
Get him out of there.
You got
Neville
8, you
nicks
said?
it.
24 on my next swing.
Neville hits its nail.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, shit.
Neville, what damage did you do?
5.
I already did 8.
Pierce its belly. It's in agony, yeah.
So I put it out of its misery.
Alright, what did you
I
get?
hit a 23 on my next one to hit.
Yeah, what was your damage?
10.
It's, oh, no, it's
I
not.
was gonna say you could have gone up there with your glade. Oh, you don't have. Yeah, you still have it. You
That's
could've
what I
went
said.
That one's
in the
barely
very
hanging on.
beginning.
Okay, everyone do one more round of attacks. Neville's is suffering by far the
I got a
worst.
nat 20. Can I take 2 of them off?
19.
No, but you do kill yours then.
Yeah.
Ryan, you
19.
kill yours.
Okay.
Neville?
14 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Yay. 8.
Oh,
No, 9.
Oh, you kill it. I
8.
was
Doesn't
freaking
say-
worried. So yeah, you drop all the goblin dogs that were tied up.
There's nothing.
Okay, can I
No.
investigate to see if there was anything behind the dogs?
Yeah.
I run
So,
up there with them.
The floor of this musty-smelling chamber is covered with matted, wiry fur. There's well-gnawed bones that lie scattered about the floor. And there's a dozen wooden stakes that have been driven into the ground near the walls, and that's what the dogs were hooked up to. But other than that, there's not much in here. Looks like this was basically a kennel.
Oh, okay. Well then I'm
I
not too
kind of hit Brian. I said, I told you there was nothing over here. Let's go. Come on, move on.
Yeah, but that's one thing.
He
they
trips him with his rancier.
Well, technically we're crawling, so we can't really. No, it's good. All right, well, we'll
Alright,
head
just
to
keep
the other
going.
direction.
Is that the same kind of dog that we
They
saw at
ride.
Sandpoint?
You ride on.
Yes.
Yeah, the goblin dogs.
So we're gonna keep going east.
Yeah.
Yep, follow the drag.
Okay. So
Are those just rocks over there?
south.
South is your
No, you
drag
see
mark?
drag marks to the north.
Guess we'll go north.
You still want to go north?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, we're probably going
Can I
to
hear where
up
that's
to
coming from?
Yeah, we
The
know.
general
it.
direction.
Yeah,
hole.
that's-
Yeah, we
Still a
know
hole?
it's from
Yeah.
that blow hole. Yep, there's the bridge. Shut up.
So yeah, you guys are at the bridge.
Is there those paths go in different
You,
directions?
you do see a path that leads that way, but the drag marks are definitely
Yeah,
across.
no, that's-
the-
I thought you were making a joke.
There is a path
Oh,
over that way?
Yeah, if you want to open it, you can.
Open it.
The
I'll open it.
Open it. Open it, open it, open it!
Open what? Oh.
Okay, and then there's another path. Can you open that one?
Yes.
You die. No.
That's the water.
So yeah, just another kind of place out overlooking the water.
Oh.
I want to move.
Still
to
don't
the
see
bridge.
that creature that I saw.
No.
Alright, well, let's keep going over the bridge then.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
so
go around the bridge.
how far is it from there to the other? Quite a bit, then, right? You said.
What's that?
How far is it from there to those where those goblins were?
100 meters.
I always leave Neville behind somehow.
Doesn't everybody?
Quite a bit, right? You said.
The
So-
farmer's daughter did it.
These goblins, the last time you saw
Yeah, we
them,
go see her. I'm kind of down. I'm downtrodden.
She'll get you up.
you can still see two in the distance kind of fighting, but two more have continued their patrol.
Are they more than?
And they see you now.
Oh, okay.
They're riding something.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
the
already,
dogs.
Okay.
I set the bridge on fire.
Yeah, and they surprisingly don't attack you. They just kind of watch you giddily. they pull out their weapons and stuff, but they don't.
Oh,
They
that's
basically
scary.
want us to go over to them.
They basically
And
want
they
to
call
cross-
they call their other buddies over that were still enamored with the.
They basically are gonna want us to cross that bridge, and there's gonna be
Well, I
something
think
wrong
we
with
kind
it.
of have to. I don't know if there's much of a choice now.
I'm gonna do a perception to see if there's a trap laid within the bridge.
Are they
15?
intelligent enough? No. The
So the
goblins
rope bridge
don't have a
spans
trap.
the gulf between the cliff and the roundish flat topped island, 60 some feet to the north. Thick patches of nettles and briars grow here and there atop the island, but its most impressive feature is this wooden one-story stockade that you guys are staring at. Two 30-foot tall watchtowers guard the stockade's southern facade. The rope bridge itself is made of hairy rope and thick wooden planks. The whole thing creaks and sways in the wind, and the churning surf 80 feet below.
Can I do a perception for a trap on the bridge?
I just did that.
Oh,
Yeah, what did you get, one?
15.
15? Did you do one too?
no,
Drakna?
wait, I can.
It doesn't matter.
Since I was kind of technically the lead. What would that be for a trap? Plus what?
It's just your perception.
Oh, 17.
17. You both definitely think this is trapped. It looks that if too much weight gets placed on this bridge, it's gonna fall.
Drakna, you go first. Make sure it's safe.
No, I got a longbow. Is that 120 feet?
So I let everybody else know that
With disadvantage.
we're gonna have to go across this one at a time, possibly.
Or not at all.
I'm heavy as shit. Maybe I should go last.
First, last. What?
You're
And you guys
awesome.
could have took a short rest if you needed to spend hit dice if you haven't already.
I did that.
I thought you did. I
We
just
did
wasn't
at that
sure.
fire.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'll cast my arcane ward,
Okay.
and I'll take the lead. I'll go across.
All right.
Do I see them with any arrows or anything?
Yeah, they have bows drawn.
Okay, I'll get about halfway, and then
You're about halfway.
I'm just gonna ready an action if I see them.
So yeah, that's literally all you can do, anyways. Yeah, it's as they see you cross one at a time, they kind of get eyes wide, and then they kind of start yipping and they they get much more aggressive like, and they run over. And you guys can't roll initiative.
Can or can not?
Can, as in do.
7.
Do I have an advantage? I got a 20.
7.
Or actually 21.
I rolled 21 too.
I think I was speed then. What was it again? Dex?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? No, it's not. Bastard.
7.
Nevel?
7.
He's in front of me.
Yeah.
Goblins?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh, I got to roll for my
16.
owl too.
My intelligence is higher than
16?
Yep.
Brian's.
13. 13 for my owl.
Probably is.
Better
agree.
be.
What was your owl again?
13.
13. Ow!
Oh.
That hurt.
A wiener. Told you to put more lube on.
13.
The Chiefs.
What are we doing here, owl? I can attack.
No, but he can do flybys and help give it him sneak attacks if he does a flyby.
Oh, okay.
Owls don't take opportunity attacks,
Well, you just said it can't attack.
but it can do flybys to help him with a sneak attack.
It can? How's
Distraction.
that work?
Look it up.
Alright.
Well, that's me.
It distracts me enough.
I hate when nobody believes me.
I believe you.
The owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies over an enemy's reach.
Uh-huh.
The owl has advantage on wisdom checks and rely on hearing or sight. Plus
Owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. Yeah, that doesn't mean it can. That doesn't do anything though. It just means it doesn't get. Just means it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
It can help. It gives him advantage for sneak attacks
How?
because it distracts the enemy.
It just does.
Show me where it says that.
Hold on.
We'll do it. We won't do it for this, but I'll prove it right after this because it's just gonna waste time. But it's right. I'll have to prove it to you.
Then I'll allow it.
But I'll prove it to you.
All right, I believe you.
If it doesn't work, if you
All right.
Well, keep him over there because I'm like going last.
Okay, Olorin, you are first.
No, I'm not.
Okay, no. I'm sorry.
Drakna.
Drakna is.
What's the distance from there to across the bridge? You said.
So from you, that first guy is I can't tell. 70 feet.
so I can hit it with my bow.
Now, what is? I think
I
your
can blow
bow
a
is.
bow.
Yeah,
It's 150.
that's your full range though, isn't it? Or is it 150, 300?
Oh, well, that's what I have on there.
150, 600. Okay, yeah. Damn, you can shoot bow accurately a long way.
Longbow, you can.
Yep, right here.
Not so stupid for taking that now, am I?
Yeah, I believe it.
No, that's-
yeah,
I'd
no,
say
that's
that's
fine.
true.
I'm
I
just
looked
saying
it up.
short
To,
bow.
I just
Yeah,
double checked
you're
myself.
Kind of stupid.
Yep, go ahead.
The familiar can aid in any action it can take. It can give me the help attack, so give me every roll that I take.
Are you
has
attacking the
advantage.
goblin or the dog it's riding on?
So I get advantage on every roll.
I will attack the goblin,
Okay.
and it's got a 17.
That's what he was doing.
You got a 17?
Yep.
That hits.
And I can roll a d8. And I have 7 damage.
7 damage?
Yep.
Just enough to kill it.
Oh, and then I want to do no.
So the goblin falls off. Alright.
So no.
Alright, who's next? Olorin.
Alternatively, you can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet. Distract the target in some way, teaming up before your next turn. So it has to do something. Just the flyby, and then it can give me help action.
And that's part of your familiar spell.
Just part of the familiar.
Okay.
So it could give me help. It could give him sneak attack.
Okay.
If I can hit.
I'll allow it. Alright.
I concur.
It's your turn, Olorin.
But I have to wait until it's its turn to do that.
It's Olorin's
So I'll shoot a bow. 12,
You know, after thinking, I probably should have went first. Down the
Fif-
bridge.
15 to hit.
15 to hit. What are you hitting?
Whichever one I see. Whichever one's more aggressive.
They're all pretty aggressive, I would think.
So this guy's goblin is dead, but this dog seems to be the one approaching. Do you want to shoot the dog, or do you want to focus on the goblins?
Goblin.
Okay, so we'll say you just shoot at the middle one then.
So one.
As I say, you know what? You should get off the bridge. Maybe they'll cross the bridge and it falls.
Yeah, I'll shoot and I'm gonna back up.
Yeah, back up and I'll run up.
So just 4.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't add that to anything, do I?
What spell? What were you doing?
It's
Firebolt.
just no. That was just my bow.
Oh, well, what'd you get to hit, or what'd you get to attack? You had to roll to hit with the d20.
I think it was 15.
Okay, that just hits then. All right, but it hits.
He just gets a fucking crossbow.
Okay. All right.
And then take 30 feet back.
All right. It's the goblin's turn. Oh, you are going 30 feet back.
Yeah, because probably one time.
Yeah, he does.
Turdy.
So now it's their turn. And this goblin, or this goblin dog alone, takes its full move and bum rushes down the corridor. Doesn't have any attack left, but literally rushes headlong. And the rest of these goblin riders, they seem to be holding their dogs back from going on the bridge. The dogs want to seem to bite at you and jump at you, but that dog wants you dead. So, and then the rest of the 3 are going to take their longbows and shoot at you.
Man, I shouldn't have asked.
Green is Drakna, yellow is Nevel, red is Brian. Okay. 16 Drakna,
Yep.
12, 11 Nevel, and 10 Brian. Okay, so it's only Drakna. 5 damage. 5 piercing.
I'm down.
Alright, Brian.
I guess I'll swing at the dog.
Okay.
Can I go?
He said my name. I
It's
didn't know.
Nevel.
Can't see
sorry.
painting.
Well, I moved it where he could see it, but then,
No, I said Brian. I was winking because John said I go down, and I was like,
Oh.
oh, Brian, because Brian always goes down. I mean, he's always taking more hits.
and I think he misses.
Neville, did you miss?
I missed.
Okay.
You need to get it.
Brian, go ahead and swing at the dog.
Alright, I'll swing at the dog. Jesus Christ.
I'm just glad I got to go.
Is that advantage or no?
Yes, should be.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Alright, I hit.
Okay.
So, 15.
Hits, you know that. Plus the goblins, 15 hits. Oh, that's 15 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you obliterate it.
Then I'll take my full movement on the bridge.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright.
Drakna. I'm gonna take my bow again.
Okay.
Well, the dog. Is that dog gonna be too good?
The dog's
that's
dead.
pretty good.
There's
That
still
should
a
be-
goblin.
that should-
Jamie
that's
or
what that
Juan
means.
hit that goblin. It's
Hang
still
on,
alive.
before Neville roll, I should have rolled for my owl to swoop in and see if he can fly by to help.
He's got a sneak
It's alright,
attack.
I'll explain it to you guys after.
Does that work for ranged sneak attacks like that? I guess I can see how it would, because that's how it works for.
As long as it's in. I mean, it says as long as it's in within 5 feet.
So it's gotta swoop in, be within 5 feet of these guys, cast help. I can have it cast help. and
But
then
that's
it can
usually.
fly
But
out.
that's usually only melee. The help action is usually get out your PHB.
Okay, done.
No, that's
What do you
Whatever
think?
it is.
Middle guy?
Me.
No,
Yeah, it's
you know
been
what?
hit.
I want to
Yeah.
take the goblin because I'm assuming they have the dogs have a lower
It's
AC.
a pack.
Yep.
So and I got straight up 16 without anything
Okay.
else.
Which hits? Which one are you attacking? The middle one that's been hit, or one of the ones that hasn't been?
Yeah, like.
The goblin. Oh, that one's not dead. The goblin. Okay, I thought it was. I didn't
Nope.
see the green.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, it's a
No,
little
that's
late
fine.
there.
I'll take the. Actually, I'll take the one on the left
The east?
side of it, or
Okay.
one of the other ones.
The one close to Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Attack rolls.
And that would be a. Oops, wrong dice. 7.
Just enough to kill it. Okay, so that is also a goblinless dog. And who's next?
That would be Olorin.
Keep trying to grab the roll, the d6 for when I roll for my bow.
Shoot your bow again at that guy?
Will it reach that far?
If you run
Yeah,
out
that
here.
longbow, you do.
He has a short
I'm
bow.
short
Oh.
bow.
Oh, okay. So,
What's your range of your fire spell though? It's 120 feet, right?
so the melee is kind of like a
Firebolt
bonus.
is 120 feet.
So you could use that.
A short bow's 80 feet. He can hit it.
Yeah,
Melee
because it's only
is
7
I'll do
feet.
firebolt.
Is a bonus. You don't have to, actually take the help and give up your turn. So yeah, you're right on everything.
20 to hit.
Oh, yes. Are you hitting the same one that you hit last time?
Yeah.
Okay. 1d tune.
6.
Dead.
Yeah, this was. I was.
Which one is he hitting?
That's like a bonus.
Okay, whose turn is it?
That's the advantage that you get.
I mean, no.
Yeah,
When
you just get
Yeah,
advantage.
no, or no, it's owl.
Yeah,
Advantage
No,
on
actually,
roll.
goblins. I'm sorry, goblins.
yeah. Your
Hurry.
owl would
Sorry.
give
Advantage on
Getting
like,
range.
right there. I rolled.
So,
28.
these two goblin
So
dogs
I rolled 2.
Yep.
are going to jump on the
I gotta
bridge.
roll for the owl.
Oh god, is that gonna?
Well, you at least have to move them.
Oh, I didn't think about
Yeah.
that.
And then
I just did. Now that he's on there.
So, these two goblin dogs come rushing after Brian.
It's hard to explain that.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
goofy. But
Because it's not.
the bridge starts to crackle and crack. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. 13.
13 just saves. One dog plummets into the water below to its death,
I didn't think about
and
that.
one dog jumps back just in time. Brian is so the rope bridge is hanging by one thing, and you are hanging on the edge of the rope bridge in the center.
Oh god.
So you're dangling there in the wind, hanging on by just just barely your fingertips, just barely caught yourself. All right, now it's the owl's turn.
So it's gonna roll. Just to do a flyby. So it's gotta be within 5 feet, and then it'll cast help, and then fly back out. So it's literally just it's nothing.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So yeah, Nevel attacks it.
17.
I don't think he has to do it.
You don't even have to roll.
No, it's distracting him. So yeah, the next person that attacks him has advantage on it, which would give Nevel
Advantage
sneak
roll.
attack. So Nevel.
Which one is it?
Oh well, did you do it on the goblin or the goblin dog?
I'll go with the dog.
Okay.
The Poochie.
All right.
I crit, so.
Oh, okay. Probably dead then. So let's figure it out.
Yeah, let's. I got
Man.
22.
Oh, overkill. Okay,
And it spills
Uh,
over.
Brian,
Roll.
you are hanging on the brink here.
Can
You
I,
choose to shimmy to the left, or shimmy toward the island, or away from the island.
Whatever's closer.
He's dead center in the middle, essentially.
Well, that's the thing is like we gotta go to the island, so I might as well go to the island, right? Like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's no other way to get to the island other than that bridge, correct?
yeah, and I just did it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
You
no
just
there's
have
no
to
other way to get to the island.
Do it again.
This
you know?
this is like basically an 80-foot sheer cliff
Then I'm gonna go to the island.
to try and climb it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you can only take half movement,
Yep.
but you
15.
can like, and that's like using your full movement.
Yep.
This is very hard to do. Okay.
Sorry.
Ah. Okay. Now it's Drakna's turn.
I'm gonna roll my bow. The dog.
Okay. Well, the bridge is already down.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, but the dog can still try to go. Well,
It might have.
yeah, I'll still go with the dog.
Okay, that's fine. Just giving you
15,
that hits.
It's kind of.
and I got 11 damage.
Just enough to kill it. All right, there's still a goblin standing though. The goblin falls off its dead. Off its dead mount. And is even
I
angrier.
figured the dog would have more movement than the gun.
Okay, now it's Olorin's turn.
24 to hit fire with firebolt,
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
and just 2.
2. Okay. All right, still up. Now it's the goblin's turn. So he's gonna come. He's gonna actually stay right where he is. He's gonna shoot at Brian and make that laugh. 20 to hit,
Yeah.
and then he does 4 damage, and you just got hit with an arrow. I want you to make me another dex saving throw.
Because he's hanging out for dear life.
X.
Yep. It's your dex modifier.
1.
You get an arrow right into the back of the shoulder blade. It just pierces you just right. And one hand slips off. And you manage to hang still. Nevel's turn. Or, no, it's the owl's turn, sorry.
Oh, the owl.
Just another flyby to help
Okay.
on the next.
Alright, it flies
attack
by
roll.
and distracts him. Nevel.
I got 16.
Oh, yes.
I got 13 damage.
Oh, you obliterate him. Right through the skull.
I like that owl.
Right through the right eye hole. Okay, and then Brian's hanging on for dear life here.
And
You don't have anyone shooting at you now. It's a little bit easier to stabilize yourself. You can finish shimmying over.
Okay, I'll do so.
Kind of throw yourself up on the deck, and you're okay.
No, is it something if we go to cross? Is it something we can throw a rope? Is it like fell
So-
down all the way
75
across?
feet.
So what it is basically they rig it for these to basically come untied,
Okay.
which they just did. But with one person on either side, you guys can probably reach down, pull it up, and retie it.
Okay. That's what I was just gonna.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you guys can shout. You kind of shout at each other how to oh, pull it up, and but yeah, you managed to do it.
Okay, I'll do so.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
go
you,
too
you
far.
managed you managed to repair the. I'm just moving him here.
Yeah. No,
You
I
managed
just,
to repair the bridge just fine, and the rest
Okay.
of you can cross, and you can even tie it sturdier. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I'll do so to where I don't think it's gonna fall again.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys can all cross the bridge now safely,
Ish.
and this is probably a great point to stop.
Okay.
We spent longer on that bridge than we did on the way around.
All right.
39.